That shit look fire, fool. I did
It
pass
did look
by.
fire.
That shit, they had the riot squad right there, fool.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the roof throwing fireworks. This fucking helicopter. They're throwing fireworks at the fucking helicopter. That shit was crazy, dog.
Oh, también he didn't like the comment on the Lefty.
Oh,
album.
yeah, that too. That's another thing. Yeah.
Well, that's his manager, no?
Yeah.
It's all good, fool.
It's all good.
Hot mics.
Check.
Episode 18.
And we are back. Episode 18, right?
Holy shit.
Episode 18, we here.
So we're
Fresh off the GNX tour, we here.
We
legal.
the GNX tour for sure.
We legal, huh?
How's everybody's week, fool? How's everybody's week?
Hey, man, just waiting to hear about y'all, dog. Y'all went to the fucking GNX tour, dog.
Shit, yeah.
Friday and Saturday.
Friday.
These didn't want to match on camera, but they got the same hoodie.
No, no. I did think about bringing this other one.
You
Shut
should
up,
have,
dog.
I didn't think they was gonna move to the punch.
I haven't took the shit off since I got it, fool.
So before we even get into that, let's get into we had Jenny 6ix9ine pull up
Oh, shit. Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
that's right.
on what was
Shout out
it?
Jenny
Was it Friday?
6ix9ine.
Yeah, it was Friday.
Friday night.
So we had an episode for All Facts Pod with Jenny 6ix9ine. It was a good vibe. Fool. She's really cool.
Yeah, she's dope.
She's dope as fuck. She's a big professional, and she came with her whole team. She's funny. She's a real content creator too.
Yeah, professionally sabe cotorrear, I think she's one of the first female Latinas that blew up in that beauty content
Yeah,
space.
she was.
So she's been
Yeah?
she's been in the space, I think she's for sure one of the most tried persons out there, She's always getting criticized. So shout out to her for still sticking
For
around and
everything,
still
huh?
pushing,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. How do you guys think about it, like as a person outside of the mic?
I feel like once you're in that space, fool, that she's in, you can't do no right, you can't do no wrong, dog. They're gonna criticize everything you do, fool.
Yeah.
So I think just big ups to her, dog, for keeping going, because that shit for sure can get to you, dog. Those comments, fool, those shits are fucking damn, fool.
All her family's involved, right? You got
Exactly,
her kid and a lot of her content. You have her husband.
It's all public, so all that shit is targets,
and
They're
they
just
know
fucking-
when you guys are going through it. They know everything, fool.
people
So
can read. Fucking it's
People can
crazy,
read.
dog, and they know where to poke at to fucking make you fucking like burst down, fool.
But she's been like very active recently. I guess her album's coming out, but she was a cool vibe. Way her parents were from Michoacan, which I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't think I knew either.
That shit was dope.
But also some dope shit that she shared. So everybody tune in for that pod because she really gets into the details about Money Sign Suede. How he was kind of helping her,
Yeah.
her rapping and stuff, her flow. Like he really like was behind the booth, actually directing her like how to rap and shit. So I was pretty tight to hear some Money Sign Suede stories. R.I.P. Money Sign Suede. That fool was a talent for sure.
Yeah,
Lost too soon.
You're right, because she did speak on his last fucking days, right? Like
Yeah.
literally before he turned himself in. Where unfortunately that thing happened, whatever. But she spoke like they were hanging out, they were working together the last couple of days before he turned himself in. So it was kind of dope to see how even that dynamic of her learning from him. So in a way, like he was able to at least engrave his talent into her in a way for her to continue doing music and shit.
But also him being open to like receiving her and like actually helping her, dog, because that game is harsh
It
to
is.
get into, fool. Especially when you go from corridos to rap. People just don't want to fuck with that, dog. So it's cool that Money Sign Suede was actually out there trying to support her, support his own raza and type shit,
Yeah, that's cool.
That's fucking dope.
Also, as a female, it does get a little,
Even more as a female, dog.
because it gets little,
Even more as a female.
Sometimes a lot of guys or rappers might take things a certain way or act towards a female rapper in a certain way, but from what I've heard, it was nothing but great times.
For sure.
So shout out to that, her journey from even getting into from the corrido to the. When you guys seen her first viral hit, like what was going through your mind? La Jenny 6ix9ine.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
I forgot what the first viral hit was.
It was that.
It was that one. That was her
the
first-
Riverside.
That's 69?
In the
Was
music,
she like,
in the music scene, yeah, she was already big as a content creator,
Yeah.
but music-wise, that was her hit. Fool, that shit went up. That shit did numbers, dog.
Everybody was fucking reacting to it. All the corrido artists. It did put her on the map. I think it put her on the map, right? That put her on.
In the music scene?
Well, for me, I didn't know who she was.
you didn't know who she was?
I knew who she was when she stepped into the music scene, and then all her makeup shit started popping up, and I'm like, oh shit, she's been doing it for a minute. Oh, yeah, I think it was good to see her psyche even getting into the interview.
Yeah, for sure. And sabe cotorrear, so that's fucking dope. It was fucking it was a little hectic, but it was pretty dope.
It was Compa Raider is something
Compa
special.
Raider
bro.
something else, dog. Compa
He
Raider.
is something special for sure. And I think she handles herself like a true professional.
Yeah, and didn't pull up deep. Well, I really thought she was gonna pull up a little deeper, but she didn't. So that was pretty
And then
dope.
she pulled up with like FIFA. FIFA is involved with a lot of artists out here. I've been seeing that for like
Full producer, right?
in the
Big-
music scene.
yeah.
Yeah, like,
Shout out
for a
FIFA.
good like probably 10 years. Like, I've always seen him. I think he also tried to be. I don't know if he tried, but I don't want to say tried, but he was a rapper for a minute. He was doing some type of Latino style of like reggaeton rap type style. So he's been involved in a lot of shit. So it's good to see her like still keep a very musical crew around her, like for her.
Yeah.
I think that's very important as an artist. You got to position yourself where you do have creatives around you, so that way you be able to do the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Especially Latino creatives, dog.
Yeah.
I think we're on the cusp of something big, bro. So
I can't wait till we have Latino like producers on like that are doing groundbreaking like records.
like Tiny fool, someone to follow Tiny Steps, the fool that was doing the reggaeton, the old school reggaeton.
Yeah.
Tiny, that was one of the best producers out there, Latino wise.
Yeah.
So time to follow those steps and like break those records too, you know.
Yeah, I think we do lack like producers, Latino producers. Even in rap, right? Do you know of any? I don't really know of any. The last one I would have known it was Scoop DeVille. Remember Scoop DeVille?
Oh no.
Snoop Dogg. I mean, Kid Frost's son. He did the recipe for Kendrick. I Want to Rock by Snoop. The one with Old Jeezy, the Ha Ha, that record. And then he did the one with Fat Joe. He did an Eminem record, a hit. He did another Snoop Dogg. He did a couple. And he was like one of the first multi-platinum. Not one of the first, but one of the first in modern era. I think Johnny J was one of the first, right? In the rap space. But yeah. So it was a good experience. It was dope. It was a good vibe. We fucking it was a long night, but it was fun.
Yeah,
It was
hopefully
fun.
she come on this podcast sooner than later, dog. That'd be dope, dog. To actually dig into some real shit.
She's been, yeah, I did and also
That's crazy.
I was tired that day, wait. I was tired and
yeah, you were very quiet on the pod, dude.
yeah, that
surprised
shot,
me.
that fucking shot, like fucking got me, like oh shit. And I just kind of like just let it cruise. And I started seeing this was this was wild. So I'm like,
That fool Raider broke his sobriety, dog.
Oh, did he?
yeah, we went in.
He had a date in mind too. He was committed to the date.
It was June something, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
June something. I'm gonna
That's
break.
crazy. Fool.
What was happening? What was happening that day that he was so committed?
It's his birthday. I
Oh, his
believe. I
birthday.
believe
Oh, his birthday.
Oh,
He's
that's
talking
right.
about his birthday.
He's
He's
going to
talking about
Vegas,
his
I
birthday.
think.
and shit, but
Too late for that, dog.
shit was cool. It was a vibe.
Yeah.
She's been tapping in. There's maybe a couple ideas that we might do, and she is pulling up to this pod maybe in a couple weeks. She's been like consistently like tapping in. Like she likes the creative spot that we have, the creative people that we have around, the cameras, the quality. She's fucking with it.
Oh yeah, fool.
Shit was dope. Other than that, what I do on Friday. What's for you, Friday, David? How
Oh,
was-
Friday was GNX. For me.
GNX. Hell yeah.
How was that
Let's
for
talk
you, eh?
about it, dog.
Oh, that was sick. Fool.
This was a Friday show, which is the second show in LA.
This is
Yeah.
Bieber Day.
The Beaver Day, yeah. It was cool. We got there. What time did it open? 7? Like
yeah.
at 6 o'clock. Took us about
Oh,
45
early.
minutes. About 45 minutes to get in. You know,
Okay.
by the time we reached inside, it was already 7.
You had paid parking for the SoFi or?
Nah, I had to pay up front.
On the sh-
$100 for.
Damn.
I should have just bought it all together.
Yeah.
But also, if you look around the houses, he was talking about how he
Oh,
got
and-
his.
and I thought
There's a
about
whole-
it.
There's
Yeah.
a whole industry.
I thought about it, fool, but I was like, you know what? I'd rather have my car a little closer. I
Yeah,
don't know where I'm
for
parking
sure,
my car.
for sure,
You know
for
what I mean? And not that I have anything that's valuable in there, because here for they be jacking shit. So my shit's empty. But it was just I don't know, inconvenient for me.
Yeah.
So I ended up just parking right there, and everything was good so far. I mean, I got there, it was mustard set.
This is the first time you've been in a SoFi,
Yeah, shit was huge, fool.
right?
Yeah.
It's like it's a work of art.
I get in there. We're in the second level. So I mean, as soon as we pull up, you just see the whole
Fuck
fucking
yeah, bro.
stadium. Way I'm just
Huge.
like, I don't know if this shit's all gonna get packed out. For to be honest, that was my
Okay,
thought.
yeah.
Because it was a huge,
Yeah,
right?
it was huge.
So, we go out there. We start looking for merch and shit. We get our drinks, and we go look for our seats, dog. So as soon as we get there, our shit was literally like right next to the stage. So we get that one screen TV, but you can't see the vertical ones, the ones that are in the up front. So my girl had she had found something on TikTok where they said, if you go to guest services, you can tell them you can upgrade your seat. So we're like, fuck it, let's try it. So we go to guest services. We're like, hey, the seats that we're at, we can't see anything. She's like, where are you sitting at? So we give her the tickets, and she's like, let me hook you up. So she gave us an upgraded seat, got us a little closer to the
shit.
center.
God damn.
So now we had a better
Let
view.
me write
fool.
that down for next
Hey,
time, dog. What the
that's
fuck?
crazy.
My girl's smart for that, dog.
That's crazy.
TikTok, I'm telling you.
All you gotta do is ask.
Yeah, so we pulled up, and the first lady that we asked, she's like, "No, we're not doing that."
Want to hop on?
But then she
Yeah.
she pulled
Yeah,
up a little further, and we're gonna pull them
Oh,
up.
no, go for it. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, so we ended up getting better seats, fool. So that was
Fuck, dude. All you gotta do is ask. Well, next time I'm going, I'm gonna buy the cheapest tickets. I'm gonna buy the nosebleeds. Hopefully, I get upgraded. If not, I'm gonna call you, dog.
yeah, no,
You know what? TikTok, you do get a lot of little hacks like that. Fool.
yeah, that
that's
was dope.
fucking dope. But
Also, I saw a bunch of people buying tickets like last minute. You go to the booth and you get fucking floored seats for like under $200, fool. I don't know why, but right there in the booth, if you go to the Ticketmaster right there at the SoFi, you get cheap tickets if you wait
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
all right, let's cover it quick. Yo, we just launched a new website, mycold.tv. Make sure you guys go check it out. Subscribe to the newsletter. We're going to be dropping giveaways. We're going to be dropping merch. Catch all the content that we have on this channel. And just tune in. We have a lot of big things coming. Make sure you guys follow, subscribe, support us, man. Catch you guys next time.
Yeah, dude.
And we back at it. We had a punch in Brandon. He's recovered from
guys?
COVID 3.0 maybe by now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Sheesh. All right, we kind of touched on Friday for the GNX tour. So go break that down, David, already. So you got the plug, you got the upgrade.
Yeah, we got the upgrade through. Is this shit a little low?
No, I think you're
No,
good.
we're
You're
good.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Through my girl's finding on TikTok, bro. She ended up finding that if you go to guest services and you just tell them that you want to upgrade your seat, they'll move you up. So we ended up going there just because the seats that we got were, I mean, you couldn't really see anything in the front. So all you would see is basically all the side view. So, I mean, I took Damien with me, my oldest, so I don't want to
Yeah.
give him a better experience, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, let's go give it a try. So we went to guest services. We asked the lady. She's like, nah, we're not doing that. But then she kind of like second guessed herself, you know? And she's like, what seat do you have? And so we gave her the tickets. She's like, oh, let me hook you up. So she ended up giving us some better seats. Our view was a lot better. Still in the second row, which to me, honestly, was a great view. But I'm kind of used to just being down at the bottom, dog, you know, where all the fucking mayhem's going on. So I kind of wanted to be down there. But other than that, it was great. It was a great experience.
great?
Yeah.
How was the performance for you? How do you break down that shuffle? Was it what you expected? Was it what you paid? Was it what you paid?
It was great, but I honestly wish I had a little more Kendrick time on there. I mean,
More Kendrick.
SZA was amazing for
Yeah.
her performances are dope, but I went there to see Kendrick. You know what I mean? So I sat down for, you know, I'm not going to say half of the show, but I sat down for a lot of parts. And then I started hearing a lot of the commotion going on, you know, with people yelling and shit, getting up. Like, oh shit, Justin Bieber was up there, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a great show overall. I wish I would have seen AC Check though.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that shit would have been
Kinda
that
crazy.
Yeah. Shit. How was like the lines? Was it easy to kind of in and out in
Yeah,
that section?
I mean, once you're in there, everything was pretty simple.
Yeah.
Bro, I hate the method of transportation around it. Like you can't turn. They force you to
Yeah.
go like straight for like
Yeah.
a mile.
Yeah.
It's the worst. And then the last time I had to go drop off my girlfriend to. It's good. I had to go drop off my girlfriend to see Beyonce.
The worst.
Bro, the parking, like, they're blocking off the entire middle section of the street, so you can't do anything. They force you to go straight, and then, oh shit, you miss your turn. You have to go a mile forward, make a U-turn in the sketchiest possible way, and then come back. So just like going half a block took like an hour. Last
Yeah,
time.
it's crazy.
It,
bro.
it took me
It's
about an
pretty
hour to
insane.
get out of there.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah. Other than that, it was good. Enjoyed it.
For me on Saturday, I left home like around 6, got there around 6:30, 40-ish. Parking, there was like this Arabian, a Muslim guy, like I guess he owned maybe the apartment complex on Prairie, right in front of the SoFi. So he was like $40. So we were like, he was parking all the cars within the sidewalk close to his apartment complex. So we ended up parking like in the alley. And you know how there's garages in the alleys where people park still? I guess the people that live there. So we ended up parking in the alley in front of a garage. So when we left, it was just like quick. Just skipped everybody. We just walked down to the area and just went down straight. But the show itself, it was. I haven't visited SoFi from the southwestern side. I've only went through the SoFi to northeastern side. So it was a whole different experience over here, dog. I'm like, oh shit, I saw the lake. I'm like, God
Oh,
damn.
so you never gone into the side through the lake. You always gone through the other side.
Other side,
Oh,
through
I see.
the forum side. You know how
yeah,
the
for
forum
sure.
side? Yeah, I've been there twice. I've been through the forum side. So it was like, oh shit. And to see like a whole neighborhood within the SoFi is
Yeah, it's
wild to
pretty
me.
wild,
fool.
huh?
There was like for friends and families like that live in those apartment complex within SoFi that they were barbecuing, bumping Kendrick. It was a vibe dog, to see like just everybody celebrating the homie way. The homie, like if I know him, but yeah, we don't know.
We do know him, bro. We do know him.
Come on down, Kendrick. You're welcome anytime.
But shit was I pulled up. I had a floor seat, so we go through the little fucking blue little tunnel.
Yeah.
And shit was a fucking when I pulled up, Mustard was just pulling up his set, so it was BPT playing, so it felt like home, fool. It felt and one thing that struck me, because I've been to all Kendrick tours, right, all of them, right. This one, it had a lot of the black community pulled up for this one. Usually it's mostly Raza and others.
Yeah, others.
But it was a lot of like Compton, Watts, South Central were in the building. Fool. They were like celebrating. It was a moment of celebration, which it felt good to be in there. Fool. It felt good. It felt like, yo, this is a city right here, multicultural as a whole, and everybody was happy. Everybody was. When Not Like Us came out, fool, man.
How many times they play it?
Only once.
Just once.
But it was the energy in there was full. It was loud. I was like, God damn. I think you're right. I think Kendrick did have the more of a crowd there, because when Sister would come up, everybody would go get drinks. And they would come back.
It was like the intermission,
But I did like the SZA though, because I felt like it gave me like a little bit of rest before Kendrick came back with some more exciting shit, like almost like another intro. Yeah. So it kind of gave me that effect of like another intro. So it was dope to me. I did fuck with it. So I would have vibed with the SZA and then turn out with the Kendrick. I did like it. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
fool.
it was great. For I liked the duo. For it was dope seeing them together.
And AZ Chai pulled up. So we've been championing the AZ Chai right here for a pretty minute, right? So it was dope to see AZ Chai pull up.
You got a custom South Central jacket. That shit was hard.
did,
That shit was tough. It said South Central on the side.
That shit was. I ended up meeting Calmatic. I met him before. Calmatic, I don't know if you guys know who he is. He directed the Old Town Road music video.
But also video producer, no?
Also music video producer in a film. He did a House Party, the new one, the one with LeBron James.
That's where I knew him from mostly.
Yeah. And I had met this fool like in 2015 to 17-ish. We had this, my homie used to throw this music video like event at Delicious Pizzas in West Adams. And I met him there. At that point, he had only filmed the Anderson .Paak video. I think for one of his mixtapes and shit. So I got to kick it with him that day, but to see him like now, like in another level, doing movies, doing some of the biggest music videos they have right now, fool. So shout out to him, and I gave him his props. Nobody was recognizing the homie, fool. He's just like a little chunky director.
But sometimes you want that as a producer video for you. You prefer that, dog, as opposed to everybody stopping you, like walking along.
So I seen him in my like walking through the aisle because he was filming for Kendrick, and then I was like, oh shit, it's Calmatic. So I'm like, so I pulled up, like, yo, Calmatic? He's like, yeah. So he had a smile, like, oh shit, people, I'm getting recognized out here. Because, a lot of directors don't seem to, like, for the most part, nobody puts faces to directors like that. So that was a good experience. A South Central guy, too. So that was dope.
What do you guys think about the bootleg merch, dog? Because I know you guys love buying merch at concerts. I'm not really the type to sit in line and buy merch. I'm more of a bootleg merch outside, so I want to know what you guys think about it. Sometimes it'd be fire too. Sometimes it'd be better than the inside merch.
Yeah, sometimes.
At times, not always, but at times.
For me, I don't really like if they're selling it outside of the venue, like in the street, like on Prairie or Manchester,
On the freeway exit.
on the freeway or Century. I get
Yeah.
it. Fuck it, do your thing. But the ones that were selling it within the premises of the SoFi, some of them were getting raided, and you know what? I don't mind for. I just feel like, yo, dog, it's like still.
What's the
copyright.
risks that come with it? It's just
It's
a
a
risk.
risk.
You have to
Yeah.
accept that risk if you're doing bootleg merch. You have to
Especially
accept
you're in the grounds within the SoFi.
For sure.
Where the official merch line is literally right there, fool. So, because the merch was being sold outside, huh?
Yeah, it
You
was.
didn't even have to go inside. It was already being sold outside. So, as the lines were wild outside, fool. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I don't think we're going to get merch. But I'm my girl, like, you know what? Like, let's go to the floor seats. I'm sure there's going to be less people. And yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We pulled up, and then there was less people. Fuck. ended up spending like $600 on merch.
Dang.
I think I learned my lesson at the Peso Pluma concert
Yeah.
that I went to.
That shit was bootleg as fuck.
I
huh?
waited like fucking almost 45 minutes now to get merch outside of the concert.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right, and then you walk inside, fool, and, and
they got you
everything's
with that.
empty, fool.
Yeah.
Everything's empty. So I was like, "Fuck, dog." So with this Kendrick, we were looking at the little spots outside. I was like, "Do you guys want to?" Like, nah, we'll just wait till we get inside. So we went inside, and yeah, we just bought everything in there.
There was some on the second floor too.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, yeah. It was packed in the beginning. So I was like, oh shit, like when I be able to get merch for? And I was looking for that Kendrick the worker jacket.
the
they had.
mechanic jacket?
The mechanic
Yeah,
jacket.
yeah,
I'm like,
for
damn, they didn't have it. So I ended up going with the SZA. I love SZA camo hoodie, which I fucking love.
You love SZA.
I love SZA fool. So and I got this fucking Gloria sweater. So it was dope. It was a great experience. AC Chike pulled up. Yeah, it was great. Full floor seats. Great. I was vibing the whole time, I'm not gonna lie.
What was the highlight for you?
The highlight was not like us, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I love Euphoria
Did he
more.
end with that?
Nah, that was like the fourth to last
shit.
song.
What was the last song?
He kind of ended it like I think Gloria. Yeah,
shit.
Gloria
Nice,
with
nice.
SZA. One of the things that I did like was when they were going through Compton, fool, when Kendrick was on top of the car, and then they have just like a rectangular behind Kendrick.
Yeah.
And they just seen Compton while he's rapping the Man at the Garden.
Is that
Yeah,
what-
I was like, it felt beautiful, it felt cinematic, and it felt very minimalistic at the same time. And I was like, damn. Like, and you just see like the amount of people, the kids that were there, the community way, whites, blacks, Asian, Mexicans. Shit was dope. You know, that shit was it's one of the best concerts I've ever been to for sure. I'm not gonna lie. It felt great. The energy, and Kendrick and SZA said this was like the most loudest crowd throughout the whole night they had.
I mean, I think they say
said
that
that
shit
to
never
everybody.
went out.
It was loud throughout the whole shit with peekaboo.
Hey, they were hyping us up too, dog.
Like,
But look, I've been to a lot of Kendrick shows, and I feel like this time around, it felt like people were hyped up for every record. The only thing that I did not like was Mad City. He did this like different rendition to it,
Oh, for real?
and I didn't fuck with it.
What was
fool.
different from?
The beat was different. It was
yeah?
like a
Sade,
Teller or
no?
what?
it was like a something. Like, I believe it's like a Sade thing. He
Oh,
did like a very
R&B?
minimal style.
No, not Sade.
I didn't like it. I like the visual part of it, like how the dancers came around.
I personally don't like when they strip down songs.
I hate it.
You know who does that is Isaiah Rashad. He does that for his shows a lot. He
Yeah.
strips down the songs, just plays the bass, and just raps over it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
And especially Mad City, fool.
Yeah,
Like you could have done that
The
with
beat,
with
beat
another-
kind of makes that song. To
The
be
beat
honest.
is everything
Yeah.
from Mad City, and then
sure.
even the yak yaks didn't hit the
Yeah.
same, fool.
Yeah.
And you know what? When it comes to Kendrick, you need those yak yaks, fool. But, like that what makes the Kendrick show when
Yeah,
those
sure.
that song comes out and it's yak. Fool, that's when everybody starts turning up. Family Ties was dope. That was Baby Keem didn't pull up for that one. That was kind of whack. I'm like, oh shit. But
What you think about the opening, the whacked out murals?
great,
I thought that was an amazing opening.
great.
That's a
fool.
great song. That's a great. It starts to like
That's a
fucking
great
build up the
fool.
crowd.
Yeah,
Dog.
yeah.
That's sick.
I keep seeing highlights of the Euphoria thing where it
Always
just splits
opening up
open.
like a crack. Fool.
I didn't get to see
Shit.
that,
I didn't see that. I need to check it
And
out.
then it says like in red letters, don't say lies about me. I won't say truths about you.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see that
So
because I was
that-
on the side.
So the crack just starts to crack where like if he part of the fucking the Red Sea, you know, it just sounds sick, fool.
That's sick.
Shout out to Dave Free, fool. Shout out to motherfucking
Dave
Dave
Free,
Free.
dog.
Dave Free.
It was a visionary.
You could
man.
tell he was behind every visual. Everything was tailored to every record. There's Kendrick, no matter what, even the Stones. You know when
That
they,
was my Mount Rushmore of creatives, dog. I see Dave Free up there, dog. He's for sure someone that I look up to as a creative.
he's
dog.
in the conversation. I'm not gonna lie,
show,
so.
dog.
Especially to know, especially now, knowing how much he's done for Kendrick's
And
career.
yeah, behind the scenes, he does a lot more than you think, fool. And I
Yeah.
think it's coming more public now with PG Lang and stuff. But he's always been like behind Kendrick, pushing him
But
forward.
he's also working during the show. He's usually in the fucking that little section where they control the lighting and things are switching. He's like very vocal, like yo, start this now, start this, start. So he's directing the whole sequence in it. Shit was fucking ill.
Shout out Dave Free.
You know when they had the stones, all the
The
gang
back wall?
members in stone, like
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
so symbolic, like etched in stone. Shit was dope, and then like the whole concrete texture they had throughout the whole show, right? They had it was a lot of concrete, and then I'm keep tripping on the GNX fool. There's like, as the tour goes, there's more things happen to the GNX. Now the lights turn on, so I'm guessing a new album is coming, a deluxe.
Damn.
I'm guessing way. Because I noticed that people have been saying that like
I haven't noticed.
throughout the like when it started, it was off, but now the lights are on.
Oh shit.
So and I noticed that at the end it's red. Remember on that video where he shoots at somebody? On the last video he dropped, he shot somebody like, and nobody know who he shot. So I don't know. I really feel like it's gonna be a deluxe to that. So that was dope.
I'd welcome it, dog.
Yes,
Hell
yeah, hell
Shoot
yeah.
that
That shit was
shit.
dope. Maybe a deluxe. I'm guessing maybe some remixes. Yeah. So shit was ill.
And shout out the mariachi lady too. She was there. At
She
the
was
show.
there.
That looks fucking sick, fool.
I heard she
For
was
her to
doing.
experience it, dog, it's fucking fire.
Yeah, I think she was outside. I think right after the
was.
show,
After
she was
the
doing
show.
some vocals. She's one of the winners for sure. Besides AC Chai Peso, she's also
Hell yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, dog.
You know, and she did it right, fool. She's not all bitter because this food didn't bring her out or anything like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
always very humble, dog.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
super
humble.
humble.
I like that.
I think even like the people that were upset that certain artists didn't pull up, like bro, it's Kendrick's art. He's gonna choose what he's gonna do with his art.
I think it's people rage baiting, dog. There's no way they
course.
actually think that way, fool. That's insane, fool.
it was just like what the fuck, you know? My opinion, none of them deserve it. I think AC Chai was a perfect choice because of his run that he's having right now. He's outside of that feature, he's doing his own shit. He has his own fucking movement right now.
But more than that, how it came out to light, how he got on, fool. Like
Yep.
he fucking he texted K Dot, yo, I want to perform type shit.
Yep.
That's how you get on, bro. You fucking ass.
Hey, you know what they say? A closed mouth won't
Don't
get
get fed,
fed, dog.
yeah, for
So
sure.
And it was like a whole week process, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It was like,
Because he said he hit up K Dot. K Dot's like, yeah, I'll send you tickets. He's like, damn, I kind of want to perform.
Yeah.
So I think he went to the Saturday show or the Friday show.
Yeah.
And then the Saturday, he's like, damn, hey K Dot, what's up? I kind of want to perform. And he's like, oh, and then it was kind of quiet. And then they
was
brought him out
quiet.
for like the rehearsal. And like that shit, he got his time on stage, dog. Shout out AZ Chuck, dog.
yeah, I think Jay Real was just, that name came out, Jay Real, I think it's Kendrick's best friend. He told him, like, out of everybody, you're the one that took the moment and is doing the most with it. So it only makes sense if you pop up. So when he popped up with, like, the crowd felt it. Like, people were like, they knew who he was, so that shit was dope.
He's a chosen one, fool.
So hopefully that carries on to his album, meaning like people like start to download his music, and hopefully like when he drops his Warner Brother album, that's gonna be fire. Yeah. So the show was done. We did exit a different way than last time when we watched Bad Bunny. We exited differently, so it was like a long fucking zigzag. We went through a different way and it went straight out to the outside. We ended up parking in the street. So for us, we left quick. We just
That's good, fool. Hell
bounced
yeah.
out. Everybody's stuck in traffic. I was home by like 11 something. Man.
That's the one thing about not parking there. Like you have to walk, but then you just get to dip, fool.
Get to
As
dip.
opposed to waiting in the parking lot to like wait all those cars to let you out, type shit. So it's like a give and take.
Even the ride sharing is always a mess, right?
Yeah, right? I would never ride.
I
share
would
there,
never ride share outside. I would ride share to there, but never out of there, fool. Because if you're out of there, you're gonna be in the.
Yeah, you need to walk at least
line.
5 blocks, fool, to
have
fucking
to.
go at that shit, fool.
Shit.
Hell yeah, for sure.
And the amount of people, fool. The
insane,
amount
fool.
of people was bananas, and just even all generations. Like you see all generations. So it was a celebration for the West Coast. Way it was a proud moment for me. You know, from watching Kendrick bumping that fool when I was in college to now. Like it's been a journey, fool, from his first fucking tour, Section 80, to now. Like seeing the progression, seeing the evolution of an artist. And to take it to the heights that I didn't see coming. I didn't see he was gonna be. I never thought he would be the rapper of the world. Like I've always, I put him 1 or 2 always, but right now this undeniably he's the number 1.
Fuck yeah, hell yeah.
On all metrics, and even the kids too. So that shit was dope. So shout out to Kendrick. That
Kung Fu
was a
Kenny.
Grand National Tour. It's one for the memories for sure. Way. So yeah, how's everybody's weekend?
Chill. Welcome back, Brandon. How you
No,
been?
Brad
you.
Brennan, how was it? How you been, fool?
It was not good, man. It's like COVID 2.0, dude. I don't know. Like,
Was there some sushi you ate? Some bad sushi? Because you like Asian food.
We all thought it was a gorilla clip, bro. They didn't want to bring you back, fool. They thought it was a gorilla clip, but they didn't want to come back because of that, fool.
All right, no, that was too much.
nah,
Chill, you
man.
just caught it? You just caught it like that?
I guess so. My fiance works with kids, so
Them
whatever.
dirty ass kids.
Yeah, I guess so. The kid was sick. She's saying, "Oh, he was coughing around me," and then all of a sudden we both got something. So You just gotta keep your kids' hands nice and clean. and
Yeah,
that's
wash
it.
your motherfucking hands for sure. And shit.
Hey, was she sick as long as you were?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She got it before me, and then I had it worse. I just 102 fever for like 3-4
Damn,
days
dog.
straight. Yeah.
Fuck.
Had to
And
get
what's the
on
limit? Don't they say
800.
like 2 days is max when you go to the hospital?
Yeah, we were almost at that point. I mean, we did go to the what's it called? The
Urgent care?
Urgent care. Yeah, we got set up with the ibuprofen, with the antibiotics and all that. So that helped out a bit. But man, it was bad. It was pretty bad. I'd wake up and just puddle of sweat just from
Oh,
the fever
shit.
that I had. Yeah, it was crazy. But I'm glad to be back, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I've been seeing you guys just, doing pretty good out here.
Yeah, I love when I get sick. I love going to urgent care because it kind of
Yeah.
like fixes it fast. Where they put you IVs and you're out. You know what I mean? That's what I do. When I'm sick, I go to urgent care.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was taking a little lot, you know what? Let's go get all IV'd up, and then you'll be feeling better within a couple hours and shit. Just come out.
Should have done that. I should have done the whole IV thing. I just got in and they're like, all right, here's the ibuprofen, whatever. So it was so busy as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It was so busy when we went. It was like
Which where'd you go? You mind me asking?
what is it called?
Kaiser?
Kaiser Permanente in Downey.
Downey.
Yeah.
That's the one that I go to too. I'm very well known in that motherfucker.
Yeah. Crazy to see so many people sick, dude.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was going on for. I did see a lot of people that were getting sick and shit.
Yeah. And then everyone was shocked because some guy like came in with bandages and his head was still bleeding. So everyone was, you can just tell the entire room was just like looking at that guy with the bandages. And
Fight a
like,
gorilla.
I
Fight the gorilla.
You're a funny ass Mudo.
yeah.
It was shot. Somebody shot.
I don't know. I don't know what happened, but
Because it is trippy when you're in the urgent care and people start pulling up with gunshots and stabbing.
That's the one thing about the urgent care.
I'd
dog.
be like one thing about the urgent care. I'd be like, God damn.
I mean,
shit."
Downey's a pretty good area, but man, not the type of thing you would expect over there specifically.
Yeah.
I guess.
Shout out to that area. Dude, you got also the theater right there as well. I'm always in that area.
Yeah.
Like, in the little Downey area. Shout out to Downey.
Yeah, I love Downey, man.
What else we got? What else? Me on Sunday, I ended up filming some shit with Rosenberg. Did some new episode. Did some more testimonial shit. We did some writing, and we kind of had a meeting to try to get some nonprofits involved with Cole Media. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I did Sunday. Did you guys do anything for Memorial? Monday?
Shit, I don't know if we just rest, I'll be honest.
Rest?
Yeah, I didn't just see nothing.
Same, bro. Just Ras dog, honestly.
Yeah, I was tired too from that show, from that shit. Because I was having a good time there.
Screaming all those Tizza lyrics.
I was fool. I was vibing to the whole fucking set, all sets. Everybody was just. Even when the Not Like Us came out, everybody went to the aisles to do the little fucking crib and blood walk.
shit, for
Nice.
real?
Like people were just like shaking their hands and just
Were
doing
you in
it.
there? Were you in there doing
No,
a
I
little
was
crip
just like,
walk?
no, I was just like, oh shit, just to see people like
Yeah.
even like who knows if they're even opposite gangs, but people were like, oh shit, and then start locking hands, start doing the whole little dance. I'm like, damn, that shit was dope.
That's the kind of thing that I would want to learn at least like one crip walk.
One
dance
crip
to.
walk,
Like, do my thing.
do a little stepper. But pretty much, yeah. On Monday, Memorial, I like this edit. fool.
Edit, fool. You've been behind on the edit.
Edit,
You
I
got
was
too much going on,
behind.
dog. You got too much going
It's
on.
because it was the last 4 days. It was just back to back. The Jenny, the GNX, the Sun. You know, it was too much production and back to back. I didn't have time to. So I'm getting my schedule together where I gotta like put it all into where it has to be, so that way I could get it back on time.
Don't forget you got resources, dog. We're all here to fucking collectively like push through,
Yeah,
dog.
we just
There's
gotta
a lot of
like
good shit going on, dog. It's exciting over here, dog.
for sure.
That's just blowing up though. What's going on with that?
How do you see it as an outsider looking in, bro?
Like I'm not even completely aware of the situation, but all I know is like you guys got some drama going on with the.
There's some drama for sure.
All Facts podcast, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden Jenny69 comes in and gets involved in the drama, or what?
She has her own drama. She's I believe no jumper exposed that supposedly, allegedly, she
lefty.
was lefty in
Use
her.
the lefty.
I
Lefty
heard
in
about
her.
that.
Lefty used the lefty on
Used
her.
the lefty on her, basically. He used one of his techniques. So she pulled up and spoke.
She just
on
wanted
it.
to clear the air, to be
She
honest.
wanted to
Yeah,
clear the
yeah.
air. She wanted to clear the air. So yeah, it was very busy for sure. What you guys think? Did you guys watch episode 2?
Yeah,
What you guys think about episode 2?
it was good.
It was good. I think that's the show right there. Like I like that. I did see a lot of good comments. Like, yo, this is what the topics part.
Yeah.
And that's what the show's gonna be moving forward. Episode 1 was for Juan to tell whatever he wanted to get off. You know, that was his choice. It was my choice to talk whatever I wanted to talk. Everybody talked whatever they wanted to speak on. I know there's a lot of back and forth and shit. I'm just not even paying attention, fool. I'm just like,
Hey, but that episode 2 was before we even dropped episode
Yeah.
1. So
Yeah.
we didn't know what the repercussion was going to be or,
Damn.
what anything was going to transpire to.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit got wild.
so she got wild, and it was funny for me. It was just funny to just see everybody's eating off it. Everybody's making thousands of dollars off it. I just see everybody's. If there were so many reactions to it,
Yeah, dog.
I was just like, yo, you know what? I didn't watch anything, fool.
Nah?
Nah, I was just like tunnel vision.
I saw comments saying that the food community is back
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
from that podcast alone.
Yes, a lot of people were saying this is probably going to be the best podcast in the next, that's going to take over. And I agree. If we keep it in the topics part as a culture, that's what
Well,
I
you
want to
see
keep
it with just the pedigree amount of people that want to be on it right after the first episode dropped, like
Yeah.
Jenny 69 tapping in. Like you
Right
can
away.
see the momentum it has, So
Yeah, it has a lot of momentum.
For sure.
Like I said, once again, like episode 1, it is trippy. It's not the proudest, but everybody was.
But like you said, like if you guys hadn't addressed that, it would just keep the comments would just be all that. Address
Yeah.
this, address this,
Address
address
that,
this.
yeah. I think for Juan, it was very important to address his situation and whatever's happening in that situation. And then I only had to address my situations. So I know people try to put it all together. And it was like, not everybody had their own different storylines.
Can you fill me in? Because I haven't actually even paid attention. to
It's
any of
just
that.
a fallout with him and his ex coworker, and it just he had to get his part of the story right. And and I know it was harsh. It was very harsh. It was nothing that I wanted to be out there.
Yeah.
But I had to respect the homie's platform because it is
It's
his
his
platform.
platform.
It's his narrative. It's his messaging, and then he wanted to do it how he wanted to do it. I did advise a certain to go a different direction for the show, but he was just like, "Yo, I gotta tell my truth and whatever he felt, he had to get it across." So for me, I didn't listen to nobody's response. I didn't give a fuck because at the end of the day, I'm out here working. I'm out here. We're not in the same we're not in the same industry. With respectfully to everybody else, we're not in the same industry. We're in very different circles.
Yeah.
So I didn't give a fuck, So hey, everybody hating is cool. I understand. I understand why they hate. I understand the optics. But all I know, people that know me, I got a lot of love behind the scenes. A lot of love.
Nice.
From all sides. A lot of friends close to all parties reached out and like, yo, we know you. We know what you stand for. We know you for so many years. So we fuck with you, and we're not gonna let things, be misconstrued. So, so a lot of people from all sides had a lot of homies, a lot of cribs, a lot of blood hit me up for, like, yo, it's wild. What the fuck? What's going on? Like, nah, if just people are doing content, we're doing content. Nothing serious for sure. Everybody's is getting their narratives out, rightfully so. Everybody has a right to react how they want to react, just like the homie had a right to react how he wanted to react. So, for me, I just spoke on my truth and shit. So
He was popping your shit in your stories.
I was. Well, look.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's dope, bro.
Yeah,
Shout
'cause,
out to you. Who is Prime?
Yeah.
Who is Prime?
So there was a certain low budget podcaster that I guess I saw somebody send me a clip of saying, who is he? I never seen him around. And of course you never seen him. We're not in the same tax
circles?
brackets, as people that I know. Of course you're not gonna see me. You're never gonna be in my space.
I've never been underwater, dog.
Nigga, you've never been in the water looking for a species. So, so I went on a nice little fucking promo run for where who the fuck is Prime? And I was just throwing shit out.
That shit was funny, though.
That shit was dope.
I was here, I was there. People were for a lot.
Fucking
people were there.
skydiving, dog. I flew in space with Elon Musk.
It was Prime.
So it was funny. I used it to show the work that I've done throughout the years. You just be fun with it without being insulting nobody. Because I'm not here to insult them. I don't give a fuck. We're not, like I said, we're not in the same circle. So who gives a fuck? We're not in the same. We're not even having the same mission. We're not even the same goals.
Yeah, fool.
So you guys do what y'all do. Love it. Keep doing it up. I'm still gonna be fucking here doing it up in the highest level with the best crew that we have. And shout out to the full community and their platform. Obviously, it's a different platform than ours. Ours is in a whole different wave. Yeah. He does what he does on his platform, rightfully so, and he does. He's moving regardless. He's back on the mix. All the shows that he's dropping, all the interviews that he's dropping, they're all doing numbers. So I'm like, oh shit,
Yep.
they're all doing numbers. The second episode did 10K views in a day, so that was good. That was dope. So. So we are positioning ourselves to do some dope shit as well with them.
Did you encourage him to come out here and reveal his face, or was going on?
No, he's been talking about it since a fallout with certain individuals. So for me, I wasn't chasing him. He just said, yo, one day I want to pop out and do, but whatever. I guess he also had life was lifing for him. He was going through his life. I was going through my shit. We were doing our own shit here, and so we didn't really like. We don't really like kick it. We didn't kick it, but eventually we decided, yo, I'm ready to start doing a new podcast. I want to do it with you, and he mentioned Compa Raider. So like, yo, let's do it, and then it went from there. And the idea for episode 1, it was this. We were gonna ask each other questions, based on our last 12 months. Everybody had turmoil, right? And for me, I was like, I have to ask this question because it involves a friend of mine. That it would be wrong of me to sit next to somebody that was put a target on a friend of mine, and people from where I'm from, the area that I'm from, they're gonna look at me some type of way. Like, you're sitting next to a person that put a target and not ask that question. I had to ask the question, and it was for him to answer how he answered it, and I didn't expect that. I expected just like maybe like, oh well, it's some insider news, or they didn't want to post because of payments, or I don't know what the direction it was gonna be, but he decided to go his direction. Even with that, I was like, yo, like, are you sure? Like, once it was recorded, like, yo, are you sure? Like, he's like, no, well, it's his narrative, it's his platform and his voice. So I'm like, hey, fuck it. If you know what comes with that, if you want to stand on that, it's on you. But shout out to you, and you have the right to respond how you want to respond.
Represent yourself the way you want to
Represent yourself how you want to represent yourself. Knowing the optics are going to be a little trippy, but he chose his own, and we're just here.
Yeah. So you were like, what? We're not trying to be TMZ. We're just trying to push narratives forward, and he just went with his direction.
Yeah, because the first episode was to hold each other accountable for all the rumors, all the the mishandlings of business. So I was asking, same thing with Compa Raider. I've asked him very serious questions about No Jumper, or why I felt he was like a lap dog in that platform. And
that was a wild way to put it, by the way.
Yeah. And that was the idea of it, fool. So I know
the way he told me he's a Dr. Phil of the podcast, though. That's what he said.
and you know what? Like, just I know there's a lot of narrative like, oh, it's same stage. It's same stage because we had a cut. We had to be like, oh, things had to be reset. Because I'm like, are you sure? Because I also want to look out for the best for everybody. I'm not trying to put somebody in a position where if things might go wrong. I want everybody to be moving forward. But he said, yo, this is gonna be the episode where we move forward, and moving forward, we're not gonna speak on it no more. So that's why episode 2 was the way it was. And moving forward, basically, I'm not here to go back and forth with people that are like, people that don't have the same career as me. So I don't care. So moving forward, it's just that going back to topics, which is mostly rap in that full space, and it's different from this. How do you guys feel like it's a big difference, right?
Yeah, super big difference.
Okay, cool.
Dog. Yeah, hell yeah.
I want to make sure that it's our very different shows, and they're catered to differently in a different way. I don't want it to be where I'm doing the same show twice. And I feel like, I guess because also the group is a little different, and we also we're more diverse. We all come from different backgrounds, different social lives and shit. So so it was a interesting week, 2 weeks. But like for me, I'm just not even looking at nothing because nothing can nobody tarnish me. They know me. I'm known. And like I said, the community reached out to me. Deep. All types of people reached out.
Sick.
So for me, it was dope. For me, there's nothing that could hurt me because I know who I am, and my people know who I am. So it was dope. Yeah.
Who's prime?
Inspired.
Who is prime, boy? I did go fucking wild.
Nah, you good, bro. Hell yeah, that shit was
I was
dope.
making fun of the situation where it was like, I'm not here to bash somebody. Nope. I'm not gonna try to, I'm not hurt. There's nothing that was said that hurt me at all, fool. I feel like how I feel. I'm the motherfucking guy out here as well. Being the guy, my work shows for itself. My industry shows for itself, and the people that I have are around me shows for itself. That I don't care. We're not in the same field.
Who's the next guest for All Facts Podcast?
Exclusive. By the time this comes out, it's already gonna be recorded. We have 44 Vato pulling up. So 44 Bato, you guys are also welcome to be there. I'm not gonna say the date when I'm recording it, but it's this week. I told you guys off camera. So that one's gonna be interesting.
Hell
'Cause,
yeah,
he's
he's
dope.
dope. He's dope.
Yeah,
He's
that's
dope.
dope.
He's a good thinking dude. He thinks very, very well of himself, and I think he knows how to conversate very well.
He does. His whole aura, his whole brand, his TikTok is stupid popping. So he was tapped in. He was tapped in since the get go. You know. So yeah, he's gonna be a good guest.
Sick.
Yeah, because I don't want to be, and also when the guests with him, we're not gonna interview that fool. 'Cause you know I've interviewed him before. Now he's just gonna be a part of the show where we just go through topics and what he wants to know from our last couple episodes. But moving forward, I don't even want to speak on those people anymore. I don't. 'Cause like I said, there's family members that we have in common that I talk to, and we discuss several things, and they know who I am. They know where my heart is at. Very close friends to my people, so it was all good, you know. For me, it was all good. But I know from everybody's perspective, they see it differently. But for me, it was great. I was having a great fucking weekend. I was productive. Had one of the best shows in my life. I was with the city. You know, if you were not in part of that GNX fucking experience, I gotta take your LA points a little down.
Hey man, hey, the pop out was enough for me, dog.
No, the pop out wasn't enough for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. No, I feel like if you've been to the pop out, it still falls in the
I
same
think if I
umbrella.
had been to the pop out, I would have got tickets for
You're right.
GNX for
I
sure.
feel like if you've been in each one, you can't really speak on music like that. Like you speak on Kendrick Heavy, the fact that you were
But
at
it's
the
like
pop
he's
out.
kind of in the same era, right? I think
Yeah.
he's still in the same GNX kind of era.
It is.
So
Same-
for me,
same
it's
aura.
like, yeah, if I hadn't been to the pop out, I for sure would have made myself out.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think I like Euphoria better in the pop out.
No, dude, that shit was crazy,
because
bro.
of the way it just comes
and it's
out.
the first time he performs
in
it.
its all red way.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Even
sure.
though I love the cinematics of the.
But also, I think
GNX.
if I had gone to GNX, I would have been upset at the no features, bro. I really fuck with guests. I would have liked some guests on stage.
Yeah.
Fool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Who do you bring from like Kendrick's side or SZA's side?
I don't know about SZA. I think I'm on his side. I'm not super excited for SZA.
Yeah.
But for Kendrick, fool, anybody, dog. Just if he would have brought out anybody from the camp, dog, it would have been dope for me, dog.
I wouldn't mind Rihanna because she did that Rihanna single, the one with Rihanna and her.
Oh, he sang it?
Yeah, she sang it for him. So that shit was ill. So I would love Rihanna for SZA and for Kendrick. Black Hippie, fool.
That's what I'm saying. Like anybody from the camp, fool. Anybody
from Black Hippie, would,
Yeah.
like even
J
like
Rock, fool.
even like J Rock from Money Trees. He didn't pop
Yeah,
out.
J Rock would have been
But I
dope.
think he had an accident recently again.
I don't know.
Or no, it was jail. He went to jail for a little bit.
He gets locked up, you know?
Oh yeah, I think he got caught up. No, he
Yeah,
got
some
caught-
shit. Yeah, but no, it was great. It was great.
Free J Rock.
Yeah, what else we got for? What else you guys do? Anything you guys watch? I think I watched The Last of Us. I think it ended. Season ended, which is kind of weird. Ended in a weird way, fool.
I have refused to catch up right now.
You waiting?
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
I'm a little conflicted by the show right now because it's like, I don't know, it took a weird turn.
What way?
I think I've seen too many memes making fun of Bella as an actress and how when she said, I'm going to be a dad, it sort of like ruined the vibe of the show. It's supposed to be so serious, and from my understanding, she's supposed to be like on a rampage right now, and for her to be like trying to be comedic, and it just sort of broke the wall of disbelief.
Okay, I see that. I see that. I did feel like the last couple episodes were a little slow for me. I did see, but it ended already. Full season ended,
Yeah.
which was kind of weird to me.
Huh.
They didn't announce it like they ended, and then they give it 2 more seasons, which originally it was going to be 2 seasons, right? Now they're milking it. Now it's 4. I'm like, God damn.
Feels like I'm all for it, though.
But I am all for it, fool, because yeah, it was yeah. So yeah,
But I did see Lilo and Stitch over the weekend. Tearjerker, man.
yeah.
Yeah, me and my girl, I mean, we lost our dog like a month ago too. So
Ah,
it doesn't
shit.
help out that much. So we were like in our feels a little bit. But I had a knot in my throat as I was like watching the movie. I'm like,
Damn.
damn. But yeah, it was a great
Everybody
movie.
was watching. My daughter had a field trip. They watched it also. They
Oh,
watched
yeah?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, that shit was.
That
so,
is-
so it's a good movie then.
Lilo and Stitch is the remake. This is how remakes should be, honestly.
Okay, so it's
like
done well.
It's basically just the original movie made live action. They didn't alter anything too crazy. There was like one actor or one character that they removed completely. You can't even really notice in the movie. The actors did great. All the supporting actors were great. I really had no complaints about the movie, honestly. It was just an enjoyable movie. And, you know, made me want to cry a little bit.
Oh shit! I guess I'll probably check it out. My kids watched yesterday. They watched Final Destination. They
Damn.
didn't like it, fool.
Ooh, you heard about the lady that
Was it
got
too grimy or what?
that
she died in
the
the theater?
ceiling? The
Yeah.
ceiling
Oh,
fell
I
on
did
her?
hear that about
yeah.
that, fool.
I saw, I read
Yeah.
that.
That is
But
crazy.
I don't think she died though.
No,
That's good promo, though.
I think it landed on your feet or some shit.
Yeah.
I saw it too, but I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, my wife was like,
I'm not a fan of those movies, but my little cousin wanted to see it, so I want to go see it. But yeah, it was whatever, dog.
I was a fan of the first. Was it what? How many parts do they have? 4?
Like 5 of them are.
Five? Okay, 1 and 2 maybe. Yeah, 1 and 2. I'll give you those.
Yeah, yeah.
After that, yeah, I didn't watch any.
So these deaths, are they like far-fetched or just...
They're comedic. Like the last
Yeah,
two were
for
like
sure.
just pretty much just comedy deaths.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Fast and Furious. It started out like hella cool and nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
They're
then
flying
by,
in
like the
space.
5th and 6th, yeah, like they're fucking flying.
Yeah.
Shit. So
And that's basically what I expected from
did they add a little bit of the new generation style generate with the cell phone bullshit?
No,
they
not really.
didn't. You know how usually film like that they'll add some like
Gen
new
X
thing.
type shit, like
or
the Gen X,
TikTokers
yeah.
doing
Kind of like
something.
Shrek.
Yeah, kind of like Shrek.
yeah.
Where they started trying to be like too new,
Too modern.
too modern. Like I was expecting maybe that TikToker dying with live.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know.
No, not even. I didn't even try that. No.
Are you guys afraid of driving behind like a truck
Logs?
now because
Always.
of it?
Absolutely, bro. That movie scarred me for life.
I think I'm
man.
afraid of driving any big ass truck.
Yeah,
next
for
to 'em.
sure, bro.
Yeah, that shit scarred me.
I think I've always got to drive away, or like
Yeah, I never drive behind a big truck. For
or
us.
next to it,
Yeah,
fool.
for sure. Or
I'm,
next to
I'm
it.
like either slow
Hey,
it down or go forward.
but
They
I think
both
that-
get next to you.
yeah,
That was part of the promo, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like
They had
a
trucks
truck
on
with
the
logs.
freeways, shit.
A truck with logs.
yeah, sheesh, nah.
That's
but-
crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that movie.
No, I was more of a Saw guy growing up. I love the Saw movies. Those were sick. Because they had some kind of mystery, some kind of
It
solving
did.
to do. You know, it wasn't just death. It wasn't just death, bro.
Shout out to Echoes World. He was part of the first set designer of the
Oh,
first one.
shit,
So.
bro.
He was the original, like
That's
part of the set
crazy.
designer. you know.
I didn't know that,
Shout out to
dog.
Echoes World. Yeah,
That's dope, fool, because and they filmed it in one scene, dog, like in one fucking location,
Yeah.
right? So that's fucking crazy. A dope ass movie to come from, just from that, dog.
Yep. Yeah, so he worked on that film, and he still has like props from it.
Shit, the fucking Saw, dog.
The little
Saw.
tricycle.
The tricycle. So that was a good fucking movie too.
It was crazy.
It was
It was
a,
dope. It was good. It was a good fucking. What do you call it?
the whole premise, right? The whole premise.
Like a continuous movies
Oh, okay, yeah. I see what you
series?
mean.
series. Yeah, I
yeah.
guess series. Yeah. It was dope.
It's not like Fast and Furious or Final Destination where it just gets fucking out of hand.
It just
Yeah.
gets
It's
crazier and
consistent.
crazier.
When I
It's
thought he
consistent.
died every time and he came back somehow, dog. What the fuck? That fool always
crazy.
survived, fool. Fucking guy.
And Fast and Furious, what number are we on now?
I don't know.
Like
Like
10.
I don't know, dude.
I stopped watching after 3.
Me too,
after,
bro.
After
Tokyo
Tokyo
Drift.
Drift was
After
the best
Tokyo,
one.
fool.
No,
That
Tokyo
it.
was the best, to be honest.
Yeah.
Nah,
It
I
was
did like
dope.
Tokyo, who
Two
number
was the
one?
best.
Number one.
I didn't like
Two?
number one. The one is the worst for me, dog.
What?
Yeah.
The one is the best. The one in
Yeah,
Tokyo.
one
like
was the
one.
best.
Oh, one is
I
the
don't even
best.
watch one. I'll
Two,
watch
I
2 and
hate-
3.
I hate the Miami one with Ludacris on it. I hate it.
Suck.
I hate it. Fool. It was very hip hop, but
That's why I loved it for
Nah,
the music.
couldn't
That
do
was
it.
my shit. Cause
it was cool. But
That
number
was
one was
cuz.
great. Number one was great. Number one, the whole Asian, brown, black, white, like it was just LA. And you know what tripped me out? When I believe, David Ayer had an interview with John Bernthal. So he doesn't get no money from
for real?
because he wrote the first one. He gets no money from any of them.
he didn't get his rights or what?
He does. I think he does get credit for it, but no money.
No
Like,
residuals, no
for
nothing.
it.
Damn.
So, which is crazy because if you notice that it has a similar texture from Training Day to that one, right? And he wrote both. So, like, for him to be a part of two of the most LA iconic movies,
Yeah.
especially in the newer age, instead of like the Hood movie, it was more of a West Coast movie in a way. But yeah, he doesn't get no residuals from it. I was just kind of crazy. I'm like, oh shit.
Probably needed a better representation at the time or
And
something.
also probably back then, he was probably felt like, you gotta take a couple of hits and eventually
Yeah, that's true.
get into
Honestly, that's the
position.
whole film industry, and that's why I left it, dude. It was, it was long hours, a lot of ungrateful people around the thing, a lot of egos,
Big time.
especially producers, terrible people to work with, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had my, 3-4 years in the industry, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Shifted to marketing.
Yeah. No, it does get like that for sure. What else? We got Absol drops. So Dope Burger, which is the new, was it Absol's new alter ego?
Yeah.
And he dropped us this record to Joy Badass, fool.
I didn't hear it fully.
You didn't hear it fully?
No.
I did hear it fully. I did like it.
I feel like I didn't want to. I was at work, so I'm like, nah, I need to take it in, and like actually, I want to wait. I think the lyrics might be out by now, but I want to read along, you know, because that was different with this wordplay, dog.
I did like better than Joey Badass's
Really?
records, yeah, because he switches the flow a couple times, so he's rapping, so it was dope. So I want to. It's a good intro. It's a good intro to that battle. Hopefully they continue both of them. Hopefully they do. I want to see Absol be more vicious, fool. I want to see him.
Because he didn't sound vicious. I heard him.
He didn't sound vicious.
But he did go at academics, right?
Academics and
Said he'll
academics.
slap him?
He said he'll slap him. Academics is one of the most foulest fools in the fucking internet. Fool, like I'll put you next to Nipsey. Recipes that
Yeah,
house
for real.
fool.
Rest in peace, Nipsey.
I was like, damn, fool.
That fool said
I was
Nipsey, Von, and
damn,
Pac.
Yeah,
That
fool.
was a rage baiter, dog.
He is, but I'm like, damn, this fool, like, it's pretty wild. Fool. I'm like, damn. I hate when they bring up the dead like that. Especially in that way, like I'll
Like
put
in
you
a
next to
malicious
you.
way?
In a malicious way. You know, obviously I do bring up Nipsey when it comes to music, but in a malicious way, it's kind of hard.
Do you expect better from academics? Like, that's
Yeah,
expected.
after
I
this
think, fool.
past year, I
Yeah.
expect anything
Yeah,
from that.
that's
fool,
expected.
eh?
For
That's
I
expected.
think that's expected. For
That's expected for sure. But yeah, it was kind of whack. But shout out to Absol for hopping on the battle. I think everybody was looking. I think in the outro, he had a Joy Badass clip where Joy Badass was like upping that for what.
oh shit, nice.
So he ended it with that. So
That's cool, man. That's
I
cool.
like that. You know, I was fresh off the Red Bull freestyle. So that
Yeah,
was fire.
I think we're ready for that long-term 3, fool.
Man, I've been waiting for that for a long. That's my favorite Absol era is the long term mentality
Yeah.
series. Like one of my favorite Absol tapes is the number second, Lifestyle of the Rich. No, the Lifestyle of the Broke, and Almost Famous, I believe. Yeah, that's my favorite. But shout out to Absol, shout out to TV and shit.
So
What else we got?
Well, one of those interviews that he did, I know he had said something about, well, I'm waiting until I get a little more bread and shit to drop that long-term 3. Because it kind of serves that.
That's his brand.
His career path, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I
hopefully
think
soon.
Everybody wanted that, right? As his debut in a way. He never gave us that because he gave us Terrorist Threats, which was a great album.
that's a dope album.
And then after that, he kind of had like this weird funk, in my opinion. And I want to get him back to Absol, like the I ain't shit Absol.
And I think that's where he's at right now. fool,
Yeah,
you know?
I do see it. I do like his last album. I
He's-
like his last 2 albums.
Yeah.
I do feel like he's getting warmed up to get back. I feel like I want him to get back to where like he's just vicious. So I want to see the dark side of Absol, of like him popping it, you know. But hopefully that happens. What else we got?
we'll see.
Let me see. Over the weekend, a large mob vandalized trains, police vehicles, and businesses in LA Saturday night.
Oh, that was that
Dead City
that
Punks?
event.
Oh, that was the Desert Bunks?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I got invited by the homie Nando. He like, hey, if I'm gonna be there, pull up. He sent me the address, but it was a Saturday. It was Saturday, right? But I saw a lot of people that I know there.
I passed by, fool. That shit was crazy, dog. I always want to go to those shits to like
Yeah.
photograph, fool, but I'm a little bitch, dog. Cops show up.
Cops
I'm out of
show
there, dog. I got DACA, fool. I gotta take care of myself, dog. You know what I mean, bro? So I've always
Yeah,
like
smart.
walked that line very thin,
Smart
bro.
guy, yeah, for
Although
sure.
I want to be in the scene, like shooting, bro. That shit looks sick. I always walk very carefully, dog.
You're gonna have to get to one of those telephoto.
fucking telephoto lens,
The
fool.
white ones. far away.
The sports ones, the fucking sports
Yeah.
photography. That shit look fire, fool. I did
It
pass
look
by.
fire.
That shit, they had the riot squad right there, fool.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the roof throwing fireworks. This fucking helicopter, they're throwing fireworks at the fucking helicopter. That shit was crazy, dog.
That's what's it called? Dead City Punks.
Dead City Punks.
I met them like once or twice. Shout out
They
to
always
them.
throw some wild ass shit for every
did.
time. I think they do it like once a year. or
They're
something.
known for throwing like underground in the middle of the street style shit.
And like, yeah,
Always around downtown.
For sure.
Like one of the most famous one was on under a bridge.
under the
right?
bridge, and they had like the fucking cop car, and people were skating over it. That
Yeah.
shit was sick, sick ass shit, bro.
Crazy. Yeah. Shit. It was a dope.
That's LA culture right there.
LA
dog.
culture. It was
It's
Saturday was
culture,
popping
fool.
for LA.
You see big people out there, dog. People that are producers, directors. You see them get reposted. You're like, damn, this kind of white
Yeah.
person was there. There was all kinds of people there. Fool.
I saw the one of the villains from A Working Man.
Oh shit.
I saw her there. I was like, oh, she was in the rooftop. Well, I guess I don't know what the fuck was happening.
They broke
fool.
into a building that had like a
Yeah.
ramp to the rooftop, so they all did the show at the rooftop. Everybody was just around the rooftop.
That shit looks so punk rock. Fool. It looks so
Yeah.
LA. Like
they
damn.
carried the drums up there. They carried everything. up there. That shit was fucking sick.
sick. So that was dope. I'm like, damn. It reminded me, like, damn, we're getting back to the essence of culture being happening, you know, in the music scene for sure. What else we got? LA hotels threatening to withdraw. What's going on with that? I don't know. I didn't hear much about that.
I think it's because of the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right. I guess some of these hotels had a plan build up where they were going to bring the prices lower,
Yeah.
but now they're talking about they're raising up the prices or the wages for the workers. So the hotels were like, well, fuck,
Price go up.
we can't do both. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
can't lower the price for the rooms and then up their prices for the wages. It's like if that goes through, we're gonna have to back out.
But I wonder why would they want them to go make them lower? Because usually it's like for the city to make money. Like, why would they make them lower? Because people are gonna come regardless. You know, so that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. The Olympics are coming. When are they coming again? What year?
28.
28. Okay, so we got
The
3
World
years.
Cup
We
next
got
year.
3 years.
So World Cup, where's that gonna be at?
They have select stadiums around the world, but SoFi is one of them.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Damn, SoFi's gonna be.
Sick.
Hey,
World Cup there.
am I? If Mexico plays,
Bro, it's once in a lifetime you go to a World Cup, fool.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I might.
That's how I'm gonna get my papers, fool.
Cold meat is gonna be there, right?
Yeah, I think this one around, I might take my son to experience that because as a
Hey,
kid,
fool, it's once in a lifetime.
as a
dog.
kid, I did watch Mexico City a game with my dad and my whole family. there,
Mexico
for sure.
City?
No, here.
Okay,
I mean
okay.
Mexico City, a Mexico game. I did the Coliseum.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The
yeah.
Coliseum, fool.
Yeah, yeah.
Psh, legendary. Sheesh.
It's an experience all Mexican
have
kids
to.
should go through, dog.
Yeah, I
for
think
sure.
so. Yeah, I'm gonna get my jerseys and shit. What else we got?
Yeah, that's cool.
Talking about soccer, way. I guess the Galaxies they brawl with the San Diego FC. San Diego FC is called San Diego. FC?
Yeah, as San Diego FC.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
San
that's what
Diego.
soccer is, right? For the most part, it's what they do. I think that's what makes soccer dope too. The fights.
You think it had anything
I
to do
don't
with
know.
San Diego and LA?
Yeah, they're trying to. San Diego's a new team. I think they've been. This is their first year, like in the MLS. They just developed, but they're trying to build the rivalry with the LA teams, LAFC, LA Galaxy. Yeah, but it's getting pretty hectic, fool. I'm not gonna lie. When you go to, if like as a LA Galaxy fan, if you go to the San Diego stadium, fool, they separate you by gates. You can't.
shit.
They have you in the whole section, and you're separated by gates. Like you can't access the San Diego side, and the San Diego can't access the LA Galaxy fan. I think that's kind of fucking. Corny,
They're
dog.
segregating people. That's
Yeah,
wild.
and that's kind of like I don't know, dude. That ruins the fun of
It
sports.
does.
People going there to drink and get fucked up and fight, fool. That kind of ruins the experiences for the kids and shit,
Yeah.
fool.
It is because it does.
It's cool.
It
Rivalry's
does
fun,
get
fool,
out of
without
hand,
fists
too.
and fights, fool. Rivalry,
Yeah.
yeah, you can talk shit, fool, but fighting, fool, people just can't hold their liquor, dog.
Yeah, that is true. Fool. Just it does get even though the Dodger Stadium it be getting wild.
That's
sometimes.
why, yeah, Dodgers too, fool. They have that bad fucking rep for that, dog. All the
Yeah.
fucking Dodger.
And you know
fans,
what? I
fool.
had to think twice because I got tickets for Sunday Dodgers and Yankees.
Fire.
And I was like, fuck, who do I take? You know, because I've taken Damien already, my oldest. The mid child, he went with school. The other one hasn't experienced it. It's my young one, dog. So I was like, fuck, should I take him? But, you know, shit can get rowdy in
Yeah,
there sometimes. And for me, just to have my little boy with me, como que I have to think twice, you know. But
And that's a big game with
I
the
might end up
Yankees,
taking him.
huh?
Yeah, I might end up taking him.
That's a pretty good game.
Is this Sunday?
Yeah,
Upcoming?
this upcoming
Oh
Sunday.
shit, sorry.
Yeah, to me, the thing that throws me off with the Dodgers was just like the entrance part. Like, I don't want to be waiting in that fucking traffic because it's a fucked up setup for the traffic.
It's a
there.
mission, fool.
It's a
Getting out
mission.
and getting in, fool.
Yeah. At that point, you probably park in an Echo Park somewhere, just walk it.
That's
there.
what people do. People do
Yeah,
that shit.
fuck all that. I ain't trying to fucking wait in a fucking big ass line for that shit.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. What else we got? Let me see what else we got. What else happened, guys? Anything else at the top?
Shit, I don't go fucking.
Let me see. Let me pull some shit up real quick.
What else did we have earlier?
Let me look.
We went through it quick. Let me see what else we got. Oh, the Diddy trial. Let's talk about the Diddy trial. What could he testify? Well, one of the things that struck me that he felt played by Cassie, right? He testified that they both that she was playing both of them. It's trippy because every time they go to court, like sometimes you're on Cassie's side, sometimes you're in the middle.
I don't know.
Well, in the middle, meaning like meaning
You're on
like
Diddy's side. Nobody's on Diddy's side.
well, not on this side, but like in the middle, where like
What?
meaning like she's also involved in a lot of shit.
Well, I think, from
Like
what the
she's-
stories are coming out,
like
she
she's
was
doing-
definitely complying at first, like for sure. I think
Yeah.
it might have been went sour somewhere, but for sure it seems like she was into it at first.
Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I was hearing Lauren London.
Oh, I did see her name trending, but I didn't click on it.
I did. It was that she was with one of the testimonies that she was present. They didn't say that she was soon doing nothing, but she was there when they were setting up for one. So that kind of tripped me out. Like, damn. And then hearing the Nipsey Hussle clip where he's like, "Who introduced you to Puff?" Said, "Oh, it was Lauren."
Ah,
So that right there was like, oh shit. But who knows? They didn't say specifics. They didn't get into specifics, but
What do you
don't
guys think
know.
about Kid Cudi, bro? He a snitch?
Nah, he's a fucking
He's
civilian,
civilian, right?
fool. He's a
But he is a rapper, right?
emotional rapper. Yeah, he's
Emotional
a rapper.
rapper.
He's like an emotional
emo
rapper,
rapper.
right? He's an emo rapper. I don't know. I feel like, I think it's expected for him to testify, in my opinion. Like he doesn't go. He's not even like hinting at street code at all.
Yeah, for sure. I think yeah, that separates him when he doesn't he doesn't rap about that shit, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, it's been trippy with the whole Diddy so far. How do you guys see it? How do you see it, Brandon? Like,
Brandon, how do you see Diddy?
Not good.
yeah,
I've been thinking more about like before the trial even started, the lawyer was already talking about how there were people involved that are household names.
Yes.
And I'm more thinking about those type of people.
Yeah.
And you already know the type of like big producers, you know. I just went to go drop off my girlfriend at her show type of people, you know, like the big people, man. So the most powerful people probably in all of Hollywood it was probably involved at some point. And, you know, I'm just thinking what type of deals did they make to not be involved? Because obviously they're still in the limelight. And what did they have to do in order to get out of it? You know,
that is true. How long is it gonna? How long do you feel this trial's gonna last?
Fuck, I don't know, cuz.
So it seems already like it's in the middle of everything. So probably in the next couple of months we'll get a conviction. Do you guys feel like he's gonna be convicted?
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think I know people are like there's a lot of small little things that are being. I think when they build it up to where like what they're trying to build it up, like he basically raised kind of raised her to be that way in a way, or manipulated her in a way. I think they're painting that picture more clearly than the defense is doing. You know, my opinion.
oh, dude, I think Steve Harvey was brought up during the trial.
Oh, for real?
Oh man, and
Them
like,
damn suits.
the theory is that like he was using Steve Harvey's daughter as a cover up, but because he was really actually dating him, Diddy and Steve Harvey.
What?
Air horns for that?
Whoa.
Why you got air horns for that?
We don't know.
Hey, I'm just saying what I heard, you know. So and there's like some level of blackmail going on there. Crazy stuff.
That is crazy. What other names that got brought up besides Steve Harvey?
Brandon been down the rabbit hole, fool.
I've been down way too many rabbit holes.
Yeah, but you know how powerful is he that it didn't trend as much? That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because they didn't really pick it up.
Yeah, media silence, dude.
The
It's-
media silenced the fuck out of that one because that was a big one right there for Steve Harvey. The Mr. Relationship guy. It's crazy. Damn. Sheesh.
Yeah, so if you go on his page or whatever show he hosts, all the comments are just all about, him being a little sus, you know.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he talks about baby oil in a lot of his videos too. So he talks about how much he loves baby oil a lot.
Shit.
Didn't help the
And-
circumstances.
It is not.
And what do you mean about the daughter? Like, what do you mean? They're using, like, what do you mean?
Brandon should testify, dog.
Hey man, I just watched like this is great YouTuber Stephanie Sue.
Okay, she breaks it down.
Yeah, she breaks all of this down, but
And he's using his daughter, and what do you mean? Like,
that like he supposedly dated his daughter, but as a cover up to just hang out with Steve all the time.
oh, daughter, what's her?
Lori
the
Harvey?
beautiful, yeah, Lori Harvey.
She's fine.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
Fucking fine.
fuck.
But hey, this is just what I heard, you know. Like,
It's a chef kiss of a woman
Yeah,
right there.
bro,
Shout out to with all due respect.
you gotta take it with a grain of salt. It's the internet, you
It
know.
is the internet. So this is all in testimonies.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
I try to bring it up
that is crazy.
because
getting wild,
I can't be disappearing over here, you know.
Sheesh. Also, Jamie Foxx denied that he was hospitalized because he did a joke, right? That Diddy had hospitalized him.
Oh shit.
So he's taking it back, saying no, that he wasn't behind that. So that was kind of trippy. Like,
You gotta start taking shit back like that back. For sure.
there's I don't know. It's there's a lot of like you could tell there's like a lot of powers at play. They're hiding a lot of names,
Yeah.
and I know Kanye West was mad at Kid Cudi for testifying. That was just lame. Like Kanye, yeah, shut up.
Young Thug too. He tweeted
Young
Cudi a
Thug-
snitch or
yeah,
something. I'm
come
like,
on,
bro,
Young Thug,
right now,
like,
dude.
also, like right now, Young Thug, you got all the words.
Exactly,
Shit, like, how
bro.
about you come up with a hit, phone? Everybody's waiting for you to come home with a hit.
That's crazy.
All these grand walking home and no hits yet.
Yo, but some of the biggest victims were like Usher and Justin Bieber, dude. Because there's even videos of when Justin Bieber was what is it, the Flavor Camp or something like that
Yeah,
with,
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
Diddy.
That was very uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah.
There's something weird happening. Justin Bieber, wait, let's bring it back to the GNX tour. He looked off.
Dog, he was awful.
Fool, he was kissing the fuck out of SZA's hand, and you could tell SZA kind of like,
He had the fentanyl lean, bro. The fucking.
yeah, and then SZA kind of maneuvered it, like you could tell she didn't like it, but she maneuvered it very tastefully. And I'm like,
She made him look smooth, like nothing was
yeah,
happening, but you could
but
tell there was
like,
some awkwardness.
you're,
there.
you're a married man. You literally trying to.
That fool hates his wife, apparently, dog.
He hates his
Yeah,
wife.
there's a whole lot of drama about that too. I heard, yeah, that he'll be doing some weird stuff on Instagram Live lately. Like he's been
She made the
acting
cover
up
of
all
Vogue,
weird.
and he made it about himself. Like I remember we got into a fight, and I told her she would never be on the cover of Vogue. That was his
I
caption.
read that shit, fool.
That's crazy,
That
bro.
was wild.
Damn.
I think a lot of it has to do with Selena Gomez's album coming out, and he was also friends with Benny Blanco,
Yeah,
who was
yeah,
like
yeah.
is now dating Selena Gomez.
Shout out Benny though, dog.
Shout out Benny Blanco.
Yeah.
I love his work.
Yeah,
That was his.
Yo,
it up.
after they got together, all I know now is that he basically made like all the hits
Yeah,
from
he
my
did.
generation. Like
in
for
his
all the
bedroom, bro,
hits.
off a laptop, like crazy, bro.
Some of the names were them, like Katy Perry. What else?
Maroon 5.
Maroon 5.
Almost all of Maroon
SZA,
5's hits, bro.
Wiz.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh shit! When I came with that name, it was because of SZA.
Yeah.
The Benny Blanco. I think he was in Control, right? Like heavy in Control. Shit. So shout out to Benny Blanco. I think he's also a chef. I've been watching his chef videos.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, fool. You know he does look like the Ice Age figure,
That
right?
fool gives hope to a lot of ugly dudes, dog. You got Selena, dog. That fool's like a pioneer for the uglies.
And she's a billionaire, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
She's
saying.
a billionaire, fool.
crazy.
How do you guys feel about Selena Gomez, like as a talent?
I think she's doing a lot better now. I think she's grown as a mature like actress and sort of
Yes.
personality. Obviously you got to watch out for the Disney people because there's like two ways that they can go, either the
Yes.
destructive way
Yeah.
or the Selena Gomez way. She did the right thing. She grew up into trying to be a musician. I didn't like her music. Her latest album with Benny is pretty good, especially that one. Damn, they really dug into Justin Bieber in one of them where she's like, how does it feel to be forgotten now? Like half of the album is basically pointed at Justin, just talking shit to him. I think that's why sort of he's in that spiraling way too. Justin sort of like was seen spiraling more and more once that album came out.
It does seem like there's still a connection there. I mean, on his
Yeah,
side.
because
on his
even
side.
she was with The Weeknd, remember? That fool kind of
Man,
went through
Selena
it.
I don't fuck with Selena Gomez because she did
She
the
took The
weekend
Weeknd from
wrong,
you? She
fool.
took it from you?
No,
Hey, fool, if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't have that album, fool.
I do love that album though. Fuck, fool. I love that fucking
That's a
album.
great album,
Yeah, that's a
fool.
great
It's a
album.
great album.
I love her for that.
Fuck. And you know what? You're right. You're right. You're fucking
Take it
right.
back.
Like when he said like you wasted my fucking time. Well, I felt that.
What do you
I'm
think?
like
Of,
Selena Gomez with the weird ass forehead. Get the fuck out of here.
what do you think of the Weeknd's acting though?
Oh, whenever
haven't seen
Weekend
it.
movies, I never watch them. I seen the first one he did a couple years back.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, that's not for me. Turn it off right away. When there's bad acting for it, I don't give a fuck about the film. If I see the bad acting, I'm gonna say it's a Moffat. So nah, I didn't even watch because I already know what to expect, you know. But yeah, shout out to Selena Gomez. She did give us that album. You know, you're right. You know what I mean? And then I think he had the Coachella set, right? With the crying blood
Oh,
fucking,
yeah, fool.
fucking statue.
Yeah.
Yeah, fire.
You think he was really crying?
Who?
Weeknd?
No, the statue was, right? Like
Because they said he was crying too.
well, I think so.
They said he had tears in his eyes.
Yeah,
I couldn't
fool.
see it, but people said that.
I believe so. I remember seeing that, and he seemed very emotional singing those records. But what's that album again?
Fuck, there's a red album cover. I forgot the name of it.
My Dear Melancholy.
Yeah, My Dear Melancholy.
yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the Weekend.
It's a good album. That's my last favorite album of his, to be honest.
Yeah?
Dude. I don't fuck with this more recent shit.
You don't like his After Hours? I love it. That's probably my favorite Weekend.
I like the production, but it's not something I would bump all the time myself.
I think that's his. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That's his peak.
Hey, when is he coming?
Peak,
June?
right? June. I'm in there, fool.
I gotta get him, fool.
I'm in there. I'm in there, fool. He's the whole fam. All four of us are being there, fool.
Yeah, no,
We're
I gotta
all
get
there.
some from him.
Sick ass.
That one is going to be great because that's his last tour as a Weekend way, so I have to be there. The Weekend's been like a staple in my household, fool. Heavy.
Yeah.
So Can't wait. I'm excited. So I'm having a great summer so far.
It's gonna be my girl's birthday present.
Oh, fire! It's 2 shows or 1 show?
It's I don't know. Fool.
Okay.
I think it's one show, no?
Oh shit! Probably see you guys there too. Yeah, it's fire. Yeah, but what else we got?
Hey, what do you guys think about Travis Hunter, fool? You seen that?
Nah, what happened with
He's like
Travis?
this, you know him? He's a rookie in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But he just got married with no prenup.
Okay.
But they've been warning him, dog, that this girl's just chasing him for
Oh,
the fame and the money.
that
fool.
girl. Okay.
I think she's older than him. He's only 22.
Yeah. And then she's been caught with some weird,
Exactly. I think
weird things.
She talked about early in the relationship she didn't like him and shit. And
Yeah.
she kind of grew to like him.
Okay. I know who she is.
For that fool to fucking get married with no prenup, dog, like, damn, fool. Like, that fool, I don't know what he thinks. The whole world's against him and shit, but that fool should listen to his people around him, dog. It's too late now, fool. But damn, fool.
Yeah. I would have thought they would have broken up by now because I know they were on her neck
She
crazy.
was waiting to get
fool.
married, fool.
As long as she was like a sourpuss, like in his biggest moments,
fool.
she would be like making
Make
it
it
about herself.
After he got selected for the, I think, the Jaguars.
Yeah.
It was all about her, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, I did see that, fool.
But yeah, there's a lot of girls like that out there, fool, that are just fucking leeching on the next generation of like superstars and like fucking sports people, dog, just to fucking.
That's her
take their money,
career,
fool.
fool. That's her career.
Yeah.
That is a career. If you go to any of the, like, whenever they play any city, like the hotel that they're at, they usually, if you go to the lobby,
They're
fool,
out there like fucking like mosquitoes.
The mosquitoes, like right there. Shit. Even like during All-Star weekend.
That's where all the girls go out there for
Look,
that, dog.
if you know a girl that you're into and she's flying to the All-Star weekend, there's no,
She's not your girl?
you gotta let her go, dog.
She for the streets, dog.
She's for the hotel lobby. Yo, I want to also. So the Gatorade commercial with Kendrick. That's fire, fool. They're treating him like a fucking athlete. Like if this fool just had a whole, you know, they're referencing the whole Drake shit. So it's dope for a rapper to have a Gatorade commercial.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it came out, I think, like a couple days ago, right?
Yeah.
Like, it was
It
dope.
was right the next day, you know?
Yeah, right the next day. Yeah, the next day.
So probably
So it's
Sunday or
dope to
Monday.
have him, like, even Gatorade trolling Drake. Even though I'm over the beef, you know, moving forward, I'm over it for fuck it. It was the last cherry on top. But it's just dope to kind of, like, it don't stop, fool. You don't stop. Also, talking about Kendrick, he lost to Eminem in the American Music Awards. Fool.
Oh, for real?
Oh, that's right.
Wild.
What was
bro.
Eminem up for?
I think maybe he's probably Artist of the Year or maybe
Or best rap.
Best
No.
Rap Artist of the Year. I know Casey and I looked at like at the camera like, what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck?
Actually, I
Jesus.
took a picture.
Shit, I'm like, damn. But you know what? You expect that from white America, fool. They're gonna go for who's the most famous to them. Of course, Eminem. Shit, but I don't know.
Dude, what if they don't even listen to the albums?
They don't.
Well, they don't. I think they admitted it, no? Or is the no?
Because
that
it's the
the
It was
Oscars.
the,
Because the
that was the
Oscars,
movies.
in the Oscars, they're like, oh, the panelists now have to actually watch the movie. So what have they been doing this whole time now?
No,
'Cause-
but imagine though. I think the list of the movies is pretty fucking long too.
Yeah.
So you need to watch all of them.
I would imagine that would be like their only job, though. You know, if the Oscars is such a big thing,
Yeah, that's true.
you would
Yeah,
have
that's
people
true.
on a full-time job just watching movies and being professional critics of these movies.
They usually go for the bigger names, though.
Yeah,
They go for
for
the
sure.
ones they know,
Yeah.
and then they'll
Yeah.
pick from out of there.
But it was for the favorite male hip hop artist.
Oh shit!
That's crazy.
Eminem.
Yeah,
Eminem.
What the
fool.
fuck?
Fuck the American music.
Favorite
Awards.
white male. They mean favorite white male.
Yeah, for sure. I'm talking about Kai Cenat. What you guys feel? What you guys think about his? What's it called?
Streaming
University.
I think that's the next generation of streaming, fool.
Can you
Hilarious.
break down like the whole
Marvin?
premise behind it?
Our insider.
They rented out an entire university in like Kansas or something like that. And they basically got like 18 streamers to teach classes. But some of them weren't really streamers. There was like India Love, which she has her own platform. But
Most of them were just
they're
there
a
for the
streamer.
looks. Some of the girls were there just there for the looks. Like
India
they're more-
Love
They're like online personalities.
Yeah.
India Love. She's the cute girl from LA. She's the Blasian.
She's
Yeah.
like
Okay,
in
yeah.
the influencer
Oh, yeah, I
world.
met her
yeah,
Yeah.
before.
So they got a lot of notable streamers to do that.
And up and coming streamers too. I think they got to apply. Like a bunch of streamers got to apply, and Kai Cenat like hand picks them.
Yeah.
To like come through and just, it's kind of like school for streamers, dog. They actually have big people that are big streamers teaching classes and like helping them learn about
Yeah.
what it is to stream and like how they stream and stuff like that. So it's pretty dope, you know, because it's not just very well-known influencers. He also brought kids that are starting up.
Yeah, but I saw some clips. There's like zero structure to it, and everyone's just fucking around because
Everybody's streaming.
All they're trying to do is stream the whole thing and try to make a clip out of it.
Yeah.
So they're not listening to any of what the streamers or like professors are actually doing at all.
But it's pretty cool though, because I heard that Kaisana got some kind of offers by like Netflix and Prime, but he's shooting those down and wants to keep everything on Twitch.
Yeah.
So it got hella attention. It has potential, and you know they got people like DDG and Agent to like be the instructors for these up and coming influencers or streamers that want to be as big as them.
Yeah.
It was pretty. I mean, I saw some of it, not most of it.
I didn't say you saw most of it. There was some pretty cool Mexican representation, dude. There was this kid that blew up that he was not as big. That fool was like ranking it up right now, dog. That fool was blowing up, and that was fucking fire.
I don't know if it's true, but that girl Wendy, was she part of it?
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
part of
Okay,
it.
she was
Her
part
and
of
her sister.
Okay, I was seeing a lot of people mentioning her and her sister.
They're like the biggest influencers. I mean, streamers in the Latino community
Oh,
right now.
shit.
Wendy, her sister. Yeah, those two females.
Last time I heard about her, it was when Fuerza Regida, I think JOP,
Oh, yeah.
kind of like
Jaded her.
like jaded her a little bit, like get the fuck out of here type of shit. Hey, so Wendy's the top one then. Oh shit.
In the
Yeah.
in the Latinos, yeah, she's definitely for
Female.
sure top.
I discussed this type of idea a week, 2 weeks ago, with a producer. He produced one of the series for OJ, for the one on Netflix. Greg Adonis, and I pitched him an idea similar like that. So hopefully he's same thing, a house streaming 7 days. There's gonna be tasks, same shit, but a reality TV show.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, because he knows that I'm tapped in of knowing who would be picked for that. So he has a lot of executive friends, so he's gonna hopefully throw it out there. So hopefully he could able to get some interest that way. But I did throw it out there that we could start getting the right people.
Hey, count me in, bro.
Well, yeah, for sure. Also, it's a cold media thing, way. That would be a cold media thing. And he has a big TV history. A&E, a lot of the Pawn Stars. He did a lot of reality TV show. And once he realized that I'm tapped in with a lot of the new wave of Latino, Mexican American, corrido culture, and then we were discussing just ideas, he was like, yo, I could take that to somebody and we'll get some interest. So hopefully he kind of comes with something that we could like structure something and come up with an idea. But yeah, that streaming is the future. Yeah. It's the now and the future. It's happening now with Kaizenat. Yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to the new web generation of content creators. Do you feel like that's gonna take over everything?
Yeah,
like
dude.
podcasts, everything has to be live
That's what these
streamed.
kids watch, bro.
Yeah,
That's what these kids watch. These kids that are growing up right now, that's what they're watching, bro. I don't know how they could be on live that long, fool.
I know.
It's a lot of energy.
they're getting paid for it though, so it's like that's their job. So
Incentive enough.
instead of going to work from 9 to 5.
Because I think one of the girls that went on there, I don't know if you guys know, she like streams 24/7.
Oh yeah, and she was like one of the streamers that had like 1 or 2 viewers.
Yeah.
But she was streaming like all fucking her
Every
whole
day.
life, and then she was brought in. Kai gave her her attention, and so now she's blowing up. But yeah.
Sick.
That's crazy.
It's like the Truman Show all over
Pretty
again, man.
much, fool.
Yeah.
And do you guys watch any of the streamers?
I watch the clips on
Yeah, I
TikTok, but
watched
that's
a
about
Yeah, I
it.
watch
it
it.
gets clipped.
I can't
Yeah.
watch a whole stream. It's
Yeah, I
too
have a
much.
job, so
Yeah, I think for that.
I have a
like,
job. What is that?
Usually like kids that probably like have a slumber party and
Hey,
they're
you
just watching their favorite
You
streamer.
seen the comments for in the TikToks? They say, I'm unemployed. What does this mean?
yeah. There's problems with streaming too, because then you have these mostly kids having like parasocial relationships with these
sure.
streamers.
Yeah.
So it's like they almost in a way worship them, and then you have a lot of problems where there's like these super simps. So you'll have a streamer, your average pretty girl, and then this guy is like, oh, I want to get her attention. I'm gonna donate like $500 to her just so she can say my name. And so you have people just spending their entire life
It's
savings.
like going to a strip club for them.
You have there's a lot of stalkers. There's this case where like I think like 2 months ago, a few streamers from Texas were over here in Santa Monica Pier.
I saw that one.
Yeah.
2 girls. It was like Asian. Are they Asian?
I think it was like Amaru and Sienna or something like that.
So you guys have to watch.
Yeah,
watch
he's
that
not employed. My boy's unemployed.
Hey,
Nah, I
it's mostly
did see that
because
clip.
they're part of an organization I
That
like.
guy fucking pulled up on them,
Yeah.
right?
So he
The two
he
girls?
pulled up on them, and he's like, he asked for their number, and then he takes off his sweater, changes up his appearance, comes back again, and tries again, and then as soon as they start declining him, he starts threatening to kill them.
Oh,
Yeah, so they had to like go hide in a shed, and they called the cops and all that. And it was like during a marathon of them,
Street marathon.
subathon. So they had
Subathon.
to end the subathon, and that's when they make like the majority of their money. So
That's
too
crazy,
bad for
dude.
them, yeah.
yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah,
for
being
us.
out in public streaming is crazy, bro.
It
Because they'll
is.
fucking come find you, dog.
And there's a lot of people that suffer from mental health that are watching these streams. So it is spooky out
Yeah,
here.
there's this one guy who thinks he's in a relationship with this other streamer, and so he flew over to Los Angeles, not knowing where she lives, and is homeless now.
Oh, shit.
So he just is like, oh, I'm gonna find her and we're gonna be married. But he just came here, spent all his money, and he ran out of money, so he's just homeless here. In Los
Tapped in.
Angeles.
So he only had enough for a flight, dog.
My boy tapped in.
Yeah,
That's wild, dude.
But you guys
that's
seen the
wild.
Google VO3?
What is that?
yeah, that's
AI.
crazy.
The AI fucking video, like you give it prompts and it gives you like high quality video.
Oh shit!
It's the new one. It's
When is
just
that
dropped.
dropping?
I think it just dropped, no?
Yeah,
No.
it's already out. But
It's not out for the public. It's more out for like private
for
stuff.
like testing.
Yeah,
and stuff.
testing.
That
But
shit
it's
look crazy, bro.
But
That
it
shit
has
look
audio
crazy,
now,
bro. It has
too.
audio now. Like
Yo.
it doesn't give you just video, it gives you video and audio.
I think it still helps to be knowledgeable in the space. Like being a filmmaker and having that tool is better than being like someone being like, oh, I want to make a cool movie, and they don't understand what soft light or hard light is. They don't understand depth of field. So being knowledgeable around the space
There's
and the
intelligence
actual
in the prompts too. You got to be smart about how you prompt things.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's what
exactly.
you're
It is,
saying.
it is,
Because
it is.
your
It's
normal
a skill too.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, the prompt is a skill.
Yeah, the normal person is gonna be like, give me a cool setting, but an actual filmmaker is gonna be like, give me like blue lighting, give me a soft lighting, and then I want like it moody, and you can
Stripper and
prompt it
heels.
as much as possible. Yeah, so it's just another tool that people are gonna be able to use, but I don't believe that I believe anyone would be able to make a movie, but I think there's gonna be a distinct difference in like your typical person and an actual filmmaker using that to their advantage.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But not even. I think more than just that. Like I think there's a lot of faking of people now, especially with the audio, and it looks so good. For like you can't tell the real from the fake, or at least I can't sometimes.
Yeah,
With this new fucking Google VO, that shit looks crazy, bro.
it's insane.
Yeah, in the next 3-4 years, you're gonna have some crazy developments with that phone.
Yeah,
Damn.
dude. Well, was it 2-3 years ago when Will Smith was eating spaghetti?
Yeah, and then
Now it
like
looks so
fingers
realistic.
were all messed up,
Yeah.
and that's how you can tell
That was
it
like
was
2 years
AI.
ago, and now we moved ahead so fast. It's crazy.
That's
Scary,
crazy.
fool,
Is
scary.
that gonna be free or
I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
sure it'll be paid.
Yeah, I
right?
don't know.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be paid because it's too advanced. It's just too good, to be honest, to be free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you guys know about like the energy resources needed to do
it
this?
takes up?
Shit? It's insane.
Oh, shit.
Like people are saying,
Well, it's
oh,
computerized, right? It's
yeah.
computer running power every time you run a prompt, right?
So like people are afraid of like the Earth warming up because of the insane electricity being used up. They
Yeah.
typically use like hydro power plants, and in that way you actually need to use water to cool down the systems. But in return, you're warming up the ecosystem. So in a few years, you can actually warm up the water enough to change everything around
That shit
it.
makes sense.
Damn.
Yeah.
Because I know on ChatGPT they spend so much money on what hello or thank you, couple words that you let's say you say thank you.
Yeah.
That they spend a lot of money just for that.
Yeah,
right?
they're complaining that we're wasting millions
Every time
just
we say
having
thank you.
having people say thank
Every
you.
time that matters.
And the Studio Ghibli thing was a huge issue.
Everybody was fucking using that
Yeah,
shit.
it went too viral, and they're like, "Oh, we gotta tell people to stop doing that because we're actually using way too many resources just to use that."
I've been like conversating with it, like ChatGPT.
That's crazy, fool, because you're becoming dependent on it, dog.
Yeah, because it knows what I produce. It knows the shows that I produce.
Yeah, like this fool, dog. His machine knows them, fool.
Yeah.
He doesn't even need to ask it no more. It knows what he wants to know. Like he just enter like gibberish, and she knows what to answer him.
Gibberish.
Yeah.
With
That's what
slang,
your shit
with
is,
slang,
gibberish.
and
That's crazy.
and your wording, like, even though the
Mistypes,
customers
all the
you-
mistypes too,
Yeah,
fool.
it knows all of my stuff because typically when I work with someone, I'll create like a project of that client, so it'll learn. It's like everything is publicly available, but it knows everything there is to know about this company. So I'm like careful about feeding it like analytical numbers, any sales numbers and stuff, but it knows everything. But in a way, that's good because it's sort of like replacing Google. You know, search is down, so a lot of people rely on like SEO. That's essentially going away because it's all mostly like AI search now. People aren't going to Google
for
for their
sure.
typical searches. It's all AI.
That's true. That
So
is true.
SEO
but
is
it's still using Google's data or no?
It's using more than that. I think it's using even more than Google.
Because it'll tell you like the little bubbles, right? It's
yeah.
Using
So it's still
YouTube and all that
using
shit.
Google and Reddit. Reddit is like the biggest thing right now because it's like the most human
Personalized
interactive
information.
Thing.
Yeah.
So there was actually an attempt for Google to take over Reddit and buy
that
it,
makes sense.
but they stopped it because it would have been like an antitrust thing. Because it would have been too powerful
Yeah.
at that point. Because every time people Google something, it's like, what is this? Reddit.
I do everything Reddit, fool. I
exactly.
don't Google nothing without Reddit, fool.
Yeah.
I want a real person's input.
Yeah. I think
Reddit.
Reddit always pops up as one of the top searches, anyways, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you ask it a question.
Yeah, Google-
You're always gonna get Reddit in the top 3.
They did end up doing a partnership. So and like you can see the analytics. Reddit's search went from like a few million a month to like billions a month.
And who owns Reddit? Serena Williams' husband, or yeah, no?
Oh shit, I don't know.
Oh shit, nice.
Because he started with that Reddit, right? Serena
Yeah.
Williams' husband.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Forgot
but
what his name is. Oh,
I wouldn't doubt it though.
yeah. I follow that phone on Instagram.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, it's crazy what's happening with AI for and the tools that we're going to be able to use. And look, I feel like it's going to help people that are already creative. It's not going to make it easier for people
it's
that
a
are
tool.
not creative. It's just a tool.
Yeah.
It's how you use it and shit. So even like the youth, I think the youth should start like in school. They should start implementing like
I don't think so. I'm really against that.
Yeah?
I think people should have like an age limit. Like they need to grow their analytical skills, their comprehension skills,
true.
and then be able to
The
say
problem solving, because this it equates it moves away from the problem solving.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
You're depending on that to solve it. For
I
you.
want the normal kid to be able to construct a sentence to say exactly what they want, and then be able to use like AI to figure it out instead of being like, let me talk to AI like for 20 minutes and then figure it out. I think it'll serve people in the long run a lot better if they're just able to form their own thoughts and not so much rely on this.
yeah, that's true.
We relied on it a lot, but we went to school. We went to,
Yeah,
we lived our whole lives.
Yeah.
You know what meme I've been seeing for that the guy has a daughter. He's like, "What should I name my daughter?" And he asked ChatGPT, "What should I name my daughter?" Make it authentic.
Make it authentic.
That's funny.
How much do you use it a day?
I use it probably 4 or 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
I use it a lot. I use it to like sort of structure SEO stuff. I use it to but before I use it, I always try to come up with my own thing. Like the
Yeah.
blogs, I can tell when they're AI written, guys. Like
What
I
was
can
Mo's?
tell.
What would you? How much percentage is Mo's AI?
Oh, I never like put it
He
into
got
a
all
filter.
upset.
I never put it in a filter to figure out, but I can just tell like.
Based on your assumptions.
I mean, he probably wrote, I would imagine, like 3 paragraphs, and it pushed out like 12 or 15
It
paragraphs.
was like 30%.
Yeah.
30% Mo.
So I can always tell. So like even with the blogs, I use AI to sort of form my ideas, but I'll never copy and paste it. I'll write it out myself. You can always tell with the M dashes, that little
Yeah,
dash.
the
No
slash.
one uses
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That, like
Like the
some
hyphen,
people in
yeah.
like LA Times and like the actual writers
yeah.
use that. The average person doesn't do it. And then there's some really cheesy catchphrases like, it's not just a movement, it's a lifestyle. Like,
Oh,
it'll
God.
always
There's always with the catchphrase. You
It'll
can see
always
it, for
do.
sure.
It's not this. It's this. That's like the biggest giveaway that it's AI too. So I don't know. I use it a lot, so I can tell at this point, and so I try to avoid all the cliches.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's really bad that like I don't think kids should be essentially allowed to use it.
But do you feel like as a career, like is it gonna open up AI type of careers, like which I don't know, like is AI gonna be able to
I
like?
don't know because it's evolving so fast.
Because you know how before it was coding, right? Now
Yeah.
everything's auto generated in a way, right?
The future is AI agents. So
Okay.
you're gonna be able to have like $1 billion company with one person. We're gonna have one person be able to train you essentially come up with like SOPs, so standard operating
You train
procedures.
a model.
Train
follow
one
those
model to do one
guidelines.
thing, and so you're gonna have entire like departments of a business with just bots. So you're gonna be the leader, and I would imagine even like you're not even gonna be the CEO. You're gonna be like depending on an AI to be the CEO, and that thing is gonna sort of dictate what each department should be. There's already people doing this where they have like 40, 50 AI bots, and they're running entire businesses just through that.
Oh,
So
shit.
there's people making millions of dollars with a one-man business.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane what they're doing. But I think you definitely need to have a certain skill set and a vision for what you want to do. There's like high schoolers that are millionaires now because they're. It's called vibe coding. Have you heard of that? But you don't even know how to code, but you just talk to the AI agent until it creates the app or whatever. Yeah. So there's like a high schooler that's a millionaire because he made an AI bot or an app look maxing where you essentially like give yourself something to do every day in order to optimize how good you're gonna look. So like you're gonna be mewing so that your jaw's chiseled and stuff, and it tells you to like work out, and you can tell basic stuff you can feed an AI bot like on ChatGPT, but they're using this app just so it's all in one. So this high schooler created it, and he's charging like $7 a week for it, and he's got like 1 million users on it.
Shit.
So one kid alone is making multi-millions a month just because he was able to talk to an AI bot and say, "Hey, I want to make this app." So that is the future. But I like to preface that, I still think that there should be a certain amount of learning before getting that. Because if you just 100% rely on it, you're just gonna make the future generations dumber, and then you're gonna have a Wall-E situation. We're all gonna be fat, and we're all gonna be just we're all gonna be floating on little chairs and lounging around and shit.
I can envision my wheelchair already. Though.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm gonna try to get my son into that, like, get him in that mind state of like AI.
Honestly, after all of this, I just wish that I was like a computer science major now. Like,
That's where he's. It's my shout out to my brother. He's about to transfer to Cal State Long Beach. So proud of you, fool. About to be a junior over there. Shout out to my niece doing 2 years, second year in CSUN.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the graduates, fool, that are graduating. A lot of the raza.
Yeah,
I think,
shout out, bro. Hell yeah. I seen a bunch of people on my timeline.
I don't know if I saw Bakersfield or Fresno. Like, it was a big Latino turnout. But shout out to all the motherfucking graduates. Shout out to everybody doing it with that, fool. Because, with my family, it's like so many of us now. Like my wife, my cousins, my sister, my niece.
There's no longer first gen, dog.
There's no longer
third, fourth,
it's normal
fifth.
way.
Yeah,
it's normal.
for sure.
And that's what I do tell like my nieces and nephews, like, yo, college is like high school. Look at it like don't look at it as a special thing. No, it's just like a high school thing. So you just graduate high school, continue and finish off. But it's no longer hopefully, it's no longer that.
No, you can do it.
It's normal.
Yeah.
It's normal as fuck.
I remember when I graduated college. No, I was working at one of my first jobs. This was like 2013, and it required a master's degree, and they were paying $13 an hour. That was crazy. Crazy. So
$13.
yeah, for a master's degree, that's wild. So a lot of jobs are not even considering, even the basics of needing a degree. And in fact, a lot of the jobs out there are fake. I tried applying to an Indeed thing one time, and I start like digging in, like, oh, what am I really applying to? Because this was like for a DDC e-commerce like lead, and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, they're paying like crazy money. Yeah, I'm gonna go for that. And then you go on their website, it's like an oil and gas company. Why are these people requiring this type of thing? There's not even a connected industry. And then I dig in more, and it's like, I find a pattern in all of these jobs that I'm seeing, and maybe like 30-40% of them are fake. And I dig in more, and I think the reality is that, like, I would say maybe 40% of all the jobs out there are people just data farming. They're trying to get your information. They're trying to sell it back to someone else.
For sure.
So it's hard enough of a job market out there, but then you also have like a large majority of these people using job boards to steal data to sell to other people too.
That's crazy.
So it's just making the
Man,
situation
that's
even worse.
And I forgot where I read, but somewhere they said something about Indeed also being part of trafficking. Like you would go out there, right, for your, what do you call it, interview, and you go missing after that. I forgot where I heard that shit. Just recently
sounds
too.
like a fucking fire ass movie.
And I just tripped out for. I was like, yeah, indeed, huh? That's wild.
I feel like we should hold job boards like Indeed and ZipRecruiter responsible for like the amount of fake people or job posting out there. What the fuck was that?
Yeah,
I heard it too.
Are they like yelling or what?
It's a wrap.
Yeah, but it sounds like
Shit.
they're walking away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah,
Fuck Indeed.
I think so many of the jobs are fake, and it's up to them to be responsible to be like, gatekeeping the people that are essentially trying to just use their platform. And I try to be like, all right, how easy is it to sign up to like post a job? It's instant.
It's very easy.
You don't need to
It's like
provide
making a
credentials
profile.
or anything.
It's like making any profile.
And like a legitimate job would typically have a corporation or an LLC, and they'll be able to provide an EIN, and that's enough to deter like 90% of the people that are gonna want to make a fake profile. So they should do the minimum at that point.
It's the new
But-
Craigslist.
That is true.
Craigslist, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically just Craigslist at that point. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Any last words?
Who is Prime?
Who is
is
Prime? Make sure you guys follow 9011, Prime 87, Brandmore,
David, Colt Media.
South Central Clips, Mother in the motherfucking. Catch you guys next time.
Peace.